in. Tell me where y'all from, and I'll give y'all a shout out real quick. Rep your city, rep your set, rep your hood. I like to do that at the beginning of videos, y'all, because I like to let the people know where my subscribers are from and how widespread this audience is becoming. We worldwide, baby. Hit that like button on the way in. So, listen. What else I want to say? This live right here is on who is Adrian Davis, right? What up, Ghost Chavo? I ran across Adrian Davis's name when I went over the track paperwork. And what's up, Z? I seen you. Hey, Z, check this out, Z. I be stalking you. I seen you over there in them other chats the other day now. I just want you to know, you belong to me. You belong. I'm gonna hit you like Ike Turner, Z. You belong to me. I seen you over in them other chats, Z. I'm just joking. Shout out Dream Dog. Shout out to Nail Bones. First, shout out to my moderators, man. Shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Dream Dog. Shout out to Sophisticated Nunu. Shout out to Chick 1000, aka Chick 1K. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Unspoken Crime. Shout out to Music 101. Shout out to Mickey Truth. And shout out to my boy Spoon. And also shout out to Flyboy Mike 04. Shout out to Scotty Fly. Shout out to David Simi. Shout out to LaRon the Pain. Yeah, Z, you belong to me. Hey, I seen Z over in that other chat. I say, hey, I started feeling like a jealous boyfriend. I say, who's she over here talking to? Hey, I say, who's she over here talking to? For real. Yeah, I felt like she was cheating on me. I felt the way. I was like, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? I see Z over here. It was crazy. I was like, who's she talking to over here? Which one of these her nigga? This shit crazy. This YouTube shit crazy. Hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. Shout out to Mess LTV. Oh, you Big New Pain? Okay, all right. Shout out to Big New Pain. Straight up. My boy, Big New Pain. I can respect it. Hold on, what's going on here? Shout out Loki the Truth. Shout out KL1K. Oh, shout out KL1K. Congratulations, you graduated today. Listen, let me tell you something. KL1K. I'm very, very proud of you, man. Listen, check this out. Knowledge is power. Listen, if I ain't never told you nothing right, no good shit. Listen, knowledge is definitely power. You know what I'm saying? In life, your knowledge level will excel, will push you above people, or it will hinder you. A lot of people be trapped at a certain level because of their knowledge level. Knowledge is power all across the board. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was, I'm not saying like, I'm not condoning any criminal activity, but I'm just saying because I'm a former criminal. So I'm just saying it so I'm just saying in terms that I can relate and maybe some people can relate. When you out doing crimes, I'm gonna give you a small story, right? I'm gonna give you a short story real quick, right? I ended up I used to do a little fraud back in the days, right? I done been all over Florida. When I mean all over Florida, it ain't a city in Florida that I didn't pull a move in. I'm just keeping it real, right? So one time I got jammed up in Sarasota. I got jammed up in Sarasota, right? So I had I only called 60 days, right? I only called 60 days, right? And but it was for fraud, right? Now I had made so much money doing this shit, for real, like a lot of money, like a lot of money, easily a couple $100,000 over the overall time that I was doing it, right? So I landed in a cell with a gentleman. I don't know his name. It was a young boy, and I had quite a bit of money on my books, right? So I didn't know nobody in Sarasota. I'm from Orlando. I don't know nobody in Sarasota, but the charge was in Sarasota. So they put me in a room with this jit. Now, when I get in the room with the jit, I can look at the jit, right? I'm like, damn, jit look like he broke his fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I say, shit, I ain't he ain't have no food, no nothing, right? So the guards had already told me that you can make store orders 2 times a week. Bro, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. I don't condone jail, but boy, Sarasota County got the best jail food I ever had, boy. They got these little cups. They give you coffee in the morning. Oh, they give you little cups and all the time. You get a personal cup. You put it on the thing, and they give you coffee and all in the morning. Got cable TV in that motherfucker. I'm watching the NCAA tournament, everything in that bit, right? But the jit ain't got no food. He broke his fuck, right? So you know me, I think quick, right? I say, damn. They put me in a room with a broke nigga. I say, okay. If I don't feed this jit, he gonna end up going in my box, stealing my shit. I'm gonna have to beat his ass in here, and they gonna take me to the box, right? So I befriend him, but fake befriend him, right? I say, what's your name, Jit? He told me his name, this and that, da 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 da. So I get him to show me, because they got these little kiosks inside the actual whole dorm, and you can just go over to the kiosk and make your store order from the kiosk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making my store order. I get the jit to show me how to work the kiosk. He showed me how to work the kiosk. I'm making my store order. I make my store order, right? So when I made my store order, I think I ordered like a good 200. You know what I'm saying? 200. Bum. Right? Store order come, right? I see him. He over there looking like one of them little hungry ass kids. You know what I'm talking about? They be on the little commercial when they tell you to donate some money. His jaws all swole up. He looking like this. You know, he look like he's so hungry. His stomach done got fat, right? So, when they let them little kids be just looking so hungry, they be fat, but they be starving. Hey, so I say, Jit, check this out. I say, you know how to make the goulash? You know how to cook? He say, yeah. Now listen, full disclosure, I don't know how to do none of that shit. I don't know how to do the noodles and the pickles and the mustard and the mayonnaise and the chips. I don't know how to do none of that shit. But I always when I'm in jail, I always get other people to cook the shit for me, and I just break them off. I feed them, right? So I told Jit, I say, Jit, you know how to cook? He say, yeah. So I said, I tell you what. I say every night we go in the room, bro, that's your job. You gonna cook the goulash shit for us, know what I'm saying? It's just me and him. He young as fuck, he about 20. I say, you gonna cook for us, dog? He said, all right, boom. So boom. He cooking for us. So I'm in there for about a week. So when I'm in about a week with him, I of course we go to playing cards, we playing casino and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I get to know him a little bit. So I like, Jit, what you in there for? People say you don't supposed to ask a motherfucker what you in jail for. Bullshit. Every time I go in that motherfucker, I ask the bitch what you in there for. What is you in there for, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So I say, what you in there for? This Jit told me that he was at a Walmart and that he was waiting outside of Walmart for people to come out and he'll snatch their pocketbooks, right? I say, you snatch their pocketbooks? He said, yeah. He said, that's what I'm in jail for. I say, damn. I say, he say, she said, always ask yourself whatever. I do. I be wanting to motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so he say, I snatch people pocketbooks. I say, you snatch people pocketbooks? He say, yeah. He say, I just came back from doing 2 years. I say, 2 years? He said, yeah, I've been on the road. I just did 2 years. I said, well, how long you been out? He said, I was out for like 4 months. I say, 4 months? He said, yeah. I say, do you got a bond? He said, yeah, I got a bond. I said, what your bond is? He said, my bond, $500. I say, $500, $50? He say, no. He say, it's $5,000. Got to pay $500 to get out. I say, oh, okay. I say, you ain't got no family now? He say, yeah, I got some family, bro, but you know how I be. I say, okay, yeah, I bet. So he say, I say, so that's what you in here for now? He say, no, I caught another charge. I say, you caught another charge? He say, yeah, another pocketbook snatching charge. I say, okay. So he went as far as explaining to me how he do it. He'll sit outside of Walmart where the little tables at, where the Walmart people take their breaks at. He said he was sitting outside Walmart. He said he waited till some people walk past, and he'll be seeing which one looked like a good target. So he said he seen this old white lady, look like she can't run or nothing like that, right? And she had her purse inside a buggy, how they do, pushing their groceries to their car. So he said he when she was walking to her car, he got up from the little break area and went to walking behind her. And he said, right when she opened her trunk, he snatched the pocketbook, took off running, right? So when he took off running, some kind of way, where he was living at wasn't too far away from the Walmart. So, but he had to run home. So he said he running. The police somebody called the police, or however it was, maybe it was the police in the parking lot or whatever, but they seen him running and they started chasing him. So he said he make it all the way to his house. He go up in the house. The police got his house surrounded. Boom, 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 boom. Make a long story short, they end up gaffing him up, they gaff him up, and that's how he ended up in jail this time, right? So I asked him, I say, you don't mind me asking you about how much time, I say, how much money have you, the most money you have ever gotten from snatching somebody's pocketbook? He told me $100. I say, $100? He said, $100. I say, $100? Now here I am, I'm doing fraud. I done made hundreds of thousands of dollars. You feel me? The most time I ever caught was 60 days. What's the time I was doing it now? 60 days. This dude had done snatched pocketbooks. The most money he ever got was $100. And he had did 2 years. And he was just back, he was going back in prison. And he just caught another charge doing that. And he was getting ready to go back to prison. He said, man, they're offering me 4 years this time. So I say, damn, 4 years? So I'm thinking when I'm listening to him, like, damn, if I would have had him on my team, cause that's what I used to do. I recruit people and I put them on my team. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can call me a little BTB Savage, but I wasn't as big time as BTB Savage, but I would recruit motherfuckers and put them on my team. So I'm like, damn, if me and Jit would have met in different circumstances, I could have really put some money in his pocket. One day with me, he was gonna make at least a band. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So it made me think, your knowledge level, it hinders you. It was his knowledge level. That's all he knew. He ain't have nobody else to teach him nothing else. Now, if I could have got a hold to him, I could have showed him a little game the way he could have made him a little bit more money. You feel what I'm saying? But that's all he had. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. All across the board, knowledge is power. I knew more than him, so I was able to make more money than him. Even in the real world, when you get education, you able to make more money than the people that don't. People who have a college degree make more on average than the people who have a high school diploma. You see what I'm saying? That is why the degrees do matter. The knowledge level does matter. When you get in knowledge, it's like a tool. It's like you can do more shit than a person who don't have the knowledge to do those things. So therefore, your pay is going to be higher. Your opportunities are going to be greater than somebody who don't have that knowledge level. So I just started off on the criminal element, but I'm not condoning any criminal activity, but I'm just trying to show you all across the board in life, knowledge is power. Even look at me right here, right now. I'm trying to learn this YouTube thing. Knowledge. I'm only going as far. I got to learn what I need to learn in order to grow. See what I'm saying? Which means I got to learn knowledge. Knowledge is power all across the board. I don't care no which way you go. So congratulations to you for graduating, and I hope you continue to feed your brain. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the content, right? So listen. So I ran across this dude named AD when I was going over the track paperwork. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know who the fuck AD is. I do not know who AD is. I'm just keeping it real. So we finna discover who AD is. I know he's a member of the little clique, the YNW little clique. I know that. But we finna figure out what the fuck did AD say to the police. You see what I'm saying? We finna see who is AD. What did he say? Because I'm hearing that AD, let me say my big bro didn't even make, yeah, a year and a half, and he brought back, exactly. So AD, I don't know, his name Adrian Davis. I'm just being real with y'all. But we finna go over who is AD. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see who AD is. His real name is Adrian Davis. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read off the first page that says in the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit Court in the Broward County, Florida, case number 19-001872 CF10A. The judge is Judge Siegel, State of Florida, plaintiff versus Jamel Demons. Appearances, offices of the State Attorney, Christine Bradley, Assistant State Attorney, Counsel for the Plaintiff, by Ivlis Mantilla, Esquire, William Breeze, Esquire, Counsel for the Witness. Sworn statement of Adrian Davis. Okay. Let me see. And if you've been following us, Miss Bradley is the same person that questioned Fredo Bang. And if I'm not mistaken, she questioned, because Detective Moretti questioned Track when he was in detention. So yeah, she's the same person that questioned Fredo Bang. So it says, shout out to Nell Bowens. She says, so I'm asking you if you can look at the photo and tell me if you can identify who is in this photo. These are photos of dead bodies. Okay. So this is Mrs. Bradley speaking. She says, so Mr. Davis has never given a sworn statement before in this case, so I want to make sure this is recorded, and it does have to be turned over to defense counsel for anything you may say on this. So I'm going to start by Mr. Davis. Do you have a photo ID on you? He said, no, ma'am. She said, Miss Mantilla, Mr. What do you say? Barrees. His name is Barrees. Mr. Barrees. Barrees, yeah. Mrs. Bradley speaking here. This is Adrian Davis. Miss Mantilla, that's counsel for the Adrian Davis. Miss Mantilla, she says, yes. She says, and can you tell me how you know this is Adrian Davis? He doesn't have any photo ID on him. She said, he's been going by that name since we met. She said, oh, okay. So Mr. Davis, can you verify for me your date of birth? He said, March 15th, 1999. She said, okay, and raise your right hand. And she swore him in. You know, you had the right, all that stuff right here. She said, you can put your hand down, Mr. Davis, and go ahead. State your name for the record. He said, Adrian Davis. She said, okay, Mr. Davis, you're here with counsel, and counsel, if you wouldn't mind putting your appearance on record. She says, Mrs. Mantilla, Idlis Mantilla. And then the other counsel said, and William Barzee. Matter of fact, Barzee, I'm sorry, B-A-R-Z-E-E. And she said, and Mr. Davis, if at any point you would like to take some time to speak with your counsel outside of my presence, please feel free to do so. He say, okay. She say, if you don't understand a question, I ask, make me ask a better question. He say, okay. I'm going to assume if you answer it, you understand my questions. If you need a break at any point, let me know. He say, okay. Okay, Mr. Davis, have you ever been arrested? No, ma'am. Just traffic tickets in the state of Florida. Yes, stuff like that. Just stuff like that. Sorry, speak up, please. He say, okay, yeah, just stop and pull over. I got a ticket speeding once. She said, okay, outside the state of Florida? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, the purpose of why I would like to meet with you today is to kind of see what you know, what you remember about the people that are involved in this case and see how you would testify if called at trial. Ooh. He said, okay, so if you need to speak, again, like I said, at any point, I'm always willing to let you do that and take your time. He said, okay, so Adrian Davis, do you have a middle name? He said, Rashad, Rashad. And Mr. Davis, where do you live? West Palm Beach, Florida. How long have you been in West Palm? Since 2015, I think after my 10th grade year. Okay, so you say after 10th grade. Were you going to school in West Palm? Yes, ma'am. Were you living with family? My dad. Do you still live with your dad? Yes, ma'am. What do you do for a living? Well, I work. My granddad owns like properties. He's in real estate, so we cut the trees, we paint when we have to, just little general construction stuff like that. Property maintenance, all the above? Yes, ma'am. Family business, about dollars records. Who's that? Your company? Me and my brother. Okay, yeah. What was that? Because he's rapping a little bit. We both kind of rap a little bit, and he just wanted to LLC it. Okay, trying to venture in? Right, good idea, right? Always trying new things. So you said your brother. Who's your brother? Antonio. Antonio's same last name? Jones Davis. Are you in the rap music industry? I mean, you can say that since we have the business, the LLC. So it's just, we look like talent in the neighborhood and stuff like that. So you get to studio time and do sessions and stuff. Do you have any recordings, any SoundCloud, anything like that you've done? I've recorded at the studio, but I don't like it, so we didn't put it out there. Okay, so you're shy when it comes to your own music talent. Is that fair? Kind of, yeah, a little bit. Okay, I went to talk about October 18th. Do you remember where you were living back then? Vero. So you said you lived in West Palm since after the 10th grade. Yes, ma'am. Tell me how you got from West Palm to Vero. Okay, after high school, I kind of wanted to move back with my mom because she used to always complain to me, when I first moved away. So I went back down there and I was working, doing landscaping and stuff like that. And that's just about it. My mom kind of missed me, was homesick without me. Okay, so Mr. Davis, I got a picture of you from, I believe it's your driver's license. You have shorter hair, but I just want to make sure we're talking about the same person. That's you there? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so how do you know Jamel Demas? Middle school? Yeah. And just in the same school, same class, same teacher? Yeah, same school. Okay, what school was that? Oslo Middle School. Can you spell that name for me? OSLO, then middle school. Okay, and how would you describe your relationship with him? Close? Yeah, we all close. Okay, when you first met him, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade? I think 6th grade, yeah. Okay, was Mr. Demas as tiny then as he is now? Yeah, that's what everybody knew him for. I told you Melly was a little motherfucker. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Get them likes up. Man. Get them likes up. We got almost 60 people in here. She said that's what everybody knew him for. Okay, yeah. Did he consider you for protection, like as a friend in that? Is that a no? No, ma'am. What about Anthony Williams, talking about sack chaser? I met him, I want to say 7th or 8th grade. I can't really remember. Okay, is that something where there's, okay, is it something where there is a holiday, a party, anything like that would trigger your recollection? Also to when you met him? I want to say 7th grade because he was always known as like one of the best dressed. And I want to say like 7th or 8th grade. I really can't remember. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We almost got 60 people in here, man. Get that like button. I'm going to start reading. I'm going to give y'all some chance to hit that like button. I'm going to give y'all a little time. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. We're reading the paperwork of Adrian Davis. I'm going to wait on y'all to hit the like button for me, though. I can see if the lights go up. So I know some of y'all just sitting there. A lot of y'all just sitting there. It's over 20 y'all just sitting there. Please hit the like button for me, man. Stop stealing out of self-checkout, man. Please. Please. Hey, go subscribe to my boy Spoon's channel, man. Spoonfuls of Game, man. That's YNW Juvie Father for updates, play-by-play analysis of the trial when it starts. He's going to be doing commentary on the testimony that be given. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be calling cap or no cap. You know what I'm saying? But subscribe to this channel, Spoonful of Game. Okay. She said, okay, was Mr. Williams a little bit older than you guys? He said, yes, ma'am. Was he in the same grade? No, ma'am. Okay, so back on Mr. Demas. He was not known as one of the best dressed. Yeah, he was, but he was a dancer back then. Okay, was he in music at that point? In that, is that a yes? Yes, ma'am. Okay, did you feature in any of his music videos? One of the recent song, okay, not like me rapping, but we were just at the music video. Okay, which song was that? Young nigga shit. I don't want to say the word. No, she say young Nigga shit. I don't want to say the word. She say, okay, she say, I never will either. So that's fine. The prior, let's say, like YouTube posts and things that Mr. Davis did, like everybody hanging around talking. Are you in any of those, like a video blog that he had in middle school and high school? Not that I remember. Not that I fully remember. I don't think so. Okay, when Jamel Demas became YNW Melly, when did he start using that name? Probably I'd say between 10th and 11th grade. Okay, when I was in the 10th grade and 11th grade, is Mr. Demas in the same grade as you? Grade behind me. I got it. Your birthdays aren't that far apart. I think he stayed back. Gotcha. So I had to address for you. I had an address for you of 1134 West 25th Street in Riviera Beach. Yes, ma'am. So my geography is pretty terrible. Where is Riviera Beach in relation to Vero? That's like 45 minutes to an hour away. North. So Riviera Beach is north of Vero? Yes. I don't think it is, though. Riviera Beach is West Palm Beach, ain't it? That ain't north of Vero. That's south of Vero. Yeah, I think Riviera Beach. But hey, he say north, they say north. All right. Because I've been to Riviera Beach a couple times. Closer, okay. Is it an address that you stayed at before? Yes, ma'am. Okay, then I also had an address of 18521 Southwest 44th Street in Miramar, Florida. Did you stay there for a period of time? Is that a yeah? Yes, ma'am. How long do you think you lived there? Probably like a solid month or two. Yeah, Riviera Beach is West Palm Beach. That's south of Vero. Vero is farther north than Riviera Beach. You know what I'm saying? That's West Palm Beach. Exactly West Palm Beach, definitely. Had a little girlfriend from Riviera Beach. That's what I'm saying. I've been there a couple times. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Okay. Yes, ma'am. How long did you live there? Do you think you lived there? Probably like a solid month or two. Were you paying rent? No, ma'am. Who was paying for the house, if you know? I want to say Jamel. It was Jamel's house. Who lived there? Who lived with you there at Jamel's house for that month or two you were there? Jamel, he said Jacoby, Anthony, Taliban. So it was a lot of us. I can't really remember everybody's name. How many bedrooms were there? I don't remember. Did you have your? It was big. It was big though. It was big. Yes. Did you have your own bedroom or were you sharing with someone? We kind of. Some people would sleep in the room. Some people wouldn't. It was like a sofa bed, like a. It wasn't like a pull out, but it was kind of like a futon or something like that. Okay, upstairs. And the number of people that were living at that house, was it the same or did it change based on the day, the week? It was always pretty like different. Okay, was it a pretty house? So it was kind of, you could say that, I guess so. You could say that. Okay, who was the oldest person living at the house? Anthony. Okay, what was Anthony's role in the house? Kind of like a big brother. Did he provide alcohol for y'all? He did, yeah. I can't really remember. I'm pretty sure he did. Okay, because I don't know if we were 21 at the time. So if your birthday is 1999, we're talking about 2018. You're making me do the math, and I'm notoriously horrible at it. Yes, ma'am, me too. So I'm saying that would you put that you about 19 years old? Yeah, 19 to 20. So not yet old enough to buy alcohol. No. So he snitched right there, y'all. He said, shout out to Bankroll TV. He said they goddamn sex chicks were buying them alcohol. So he snitched right there. I mean, sex chicks are dead, but at this time, but he did say that. All right. Okay, there's alcohol in the house at the time. Yes, definitely. The cannabis, marijuana, was that used in the house? Yes, ma'am. Okay, did Anthony use that? Yes, ma'am. Did Jamel use it? Yes, ma'am. Damn, he snitched about 3 times back to back. Okay, okay. What was your role in the house? Just usually we all friends, so I can't really say I had a role, but okay, I was just around. I'm a good person. We are all close friends, so like the people who are around were always close. So if you weren't close to us, you because you're a rapper, just have random people hanging around. Were there random people that tried to hang around? Yeah, but we didn't let them. Yeah. About the females that would come over, what can you tell me about the aspects of living at that house? We always had girls over. Okay, was there any consistent girls? Melly's girlfriend. I think Melly had a girlfriend back then. Okay, yeah. Do you remember her at all? Her name? Anything about her? I don't really see her. I didn't really see her a lot. I didn't really see her too often. Just when she come in, go to Melly's room or something like that. Okay. Or I might see her in the kitchen. What about Melly's mom, Jamie? Was she there? Not too often. Like she come pop up on us, make sure we're cleaning up the house and everything. Just some other things. Okay, did she help with anything around the house? Laundry? Yeah, cooking, stuff like that. Make sure we were eating. Okay, then tell me, was the house 1 story, 2 story, 2 story? Pool? Yes, ma'am. And to your knowledge, did Mr. Demas own it or rent it? I don't know. Okay, did you get involved in the finances at all? No, ma'am. Okay, did you ask Mr. Demas for money? No, ma'am. Did you see anybody else in the house asking for money? No, ma'am. With regards to groceries and all of that and food, who was paying for all of that? I don't know. There was always groceries at the house when I was there. Okay, did you go grocery shopping? I don't remember. We just go out to eat, get McDonald's and stuff when we ran out of food. Were you working at the time? I was doing landscaping still, but I had come down there, so it was on pause. Okay, how were you supporting yourself if you weren't working? I still had a few bucks. Did Mr. Demas help you out? Yeah, he always helped everybody out. Seems like he was very generous of it, giving people money when they needed. Things like that. Is that a fair statement? Yes, ma'am. The flea market, there was a lot of conversation about a flea market and going and buying weed from someone at a flea market. Do you know anything about that? We go to the flea market, but I never bought any weed from there. Okay, did you ever go out in terms, whereas do you know of US 27? No, ma'am. Okay, do you remember any locations where you guys would go to buy weed? Okay, so listen, I want to break this down to you, right? So this the same lady that asked Fredo Bang, did he go out to US 27, right? So now we know when she was asking Fredo Bang, was he out north of US 27? She was asking Fredo, she was insinuating that Fredo Bang was going out there to buy drugs. If you follow my last slide, you know what I'm saying? So she's insinuating, so by me reading this, she asked Fredo Bang the same question about going out north of US 27. Well, going out to US 27. I didn't know what she was asking him that for, but it seemed like she feels like that's where they go buy drugs from. He said, no, ma'am. Okay, do you remember any location where you guys would go to buy weed? I wasn't the one buying the weed. I always just got weed handed to me to roll up. Okay, who was the one who bought it? Anthony. Anthony, did he have a specific person that you know of? Multiple people, a few different people. If somebody wouldn't answer the phone or something. Okay, so what was your relationship with Chris Thomas Juvie? I knew Chris, but I met him later on, probably like 8th grade or 9th grade. Okay, yeah, probably about 9th grade. Were you close friends with him? Yeah. Anything that you can tell me, like how he was as a person? No, he was real cool, definitely outgoing, like he was young, but he always had like a grown-up aspect of him. Okay, some people have described Anthony as a bully. Would you say that's a fair description of him? Not to us. Okay, not to us. He was definitely a jokester though. Jokester? Was he a bully towards Mr. Demas? No, ma'am. Were you living there in or around in that Miramar house in August and September when Mr. Williams and Miss Jamie King were in a fight? No, ma'am. Hold on. We got our first shots being fired. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. She asked him, she said, were you living there in or around in that Miramar house in August and September when Mr. Williams and Miss Jamie King were in a fight? Y'all heard that right? When she say Mr. Williams, she's talking about Sack Chaser. She say in August, in or around. She say in August and in September. Were you living in or around in that Miramar house in August and September where Mr. Williams and Miss Jamie King were in a fight? So y'all hear that right? Y'all hear that right? What did he say? We came to the conclusion that Fredo picked up Melly right after the murder. A good detective. Check it out now. So we got our first shout out to you, Ulysses Ramirez. Listen, we got our first shots been fired, y'all. Okay, stay tuned. It's probably finna get good because this is the same bitch that interrogated Fredo. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. 80 is talking a lot. Like I can tell AD went in there. He ain't trying to hide a motherfucking thing. I got a feeling whatever she asked him, he gonna answer it. He's answering these questions too freely. So he ain't got no thought in his mind that I'm not gonna say shit. In his mind, whatever this lady asked me, I'm gonna answer it. I can just tell that from, yeah, this is the same one who pounced on Fredo, yeah. So I can tell by how he's answering these questions, he's being truthful. This guy's being truthful. He's a truth teller. He's telling the truth. But I'm gonna say this though. He can't play no games with her because he's not in no kind of, he can't win with her is what I'm saying. So, and I can tell this how freely he's answering the questions. So he's not going to be no match for her. And I don't even think he wants to be a match for her. I think he came there and he was fully understood that he's going to answer all these questions. I never read this at all, y'all. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't even fucking know who he is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just making an observation. This guy is not going, he's not lying, and he's going to answer every question truthfully if I had to guess. But let's see. But she said that Sack Chaser and Miss Jamie King had a fight in August and in September. So I'm gonna just read the question again. Well, Fredo kept it real though. Old school him. I'm gonna say this again. Fredo held it down. He held it down. He didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? So for the record. But I'm gonna read this question again, then I'm gonna keep on going. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. She said, were you living there in or around that Miramar house in August and September when Mr. Williams and Miss Jamie King were in a fight? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, at one point there are messages from Anthony Williams where he describes himself as the CEO of YNW. Do you know about any argument that they had? We got our second piece of information. She said, and I want you to remember that. Make a memory in your mind of this, because I believe this, because this gonna be important. I believe, because you remember that I said in that one video, I was saying I just thought about it, and I said Sack Chaser, Juvie, and Melly were all. Oh, I know I got it from Track. Track said that Sack Chaser, Juvie, and Melly were all pretty much the CEOs of YNW. And remember, I say, if anybody ever thought about that, if both of them if both of them dead, Melly owned YNW outright by himself. He couldn't kick Sack Chaser out the group, even though Sack Chaser had that little beef or whatever going on, because Sack Chaser was co-owner. Maybe this was Sack Chaser money was supposed to come from. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people say it was a record deal. Some people say it was they were supposed to be selling the YNW brand or whatever. But what I'm saying is, she's saying right here in the text message. Let me see. She said, okay. At one point, there are messages from Anthony Williams where he describes himself as the CEO of YNW. Do you know about any agreement they had? He said, no, ma'am. So we know now that Sack Chaser looked at himself as the CEO of YNW. She said that because she said that was a text message. We're gonna remember that. Okay, with regards to the day of October 25th into the early morning hours of October 26th of 2018, do you remember what you were doing that day before going to the studio? Okay, that's about it. Were you recording anything that night? No, ma'am. Okay, do you remember driving to the studio? Yeah. Okay, how many cars did y'all take? 2. Do you remember on the way to the studio, you just asked that question? He said, you just asked that question. Damn. The two cars were, which car were you in? The Mitsubishi. Is that the red one? Do you remember where you were sitting in that one? No, ma'am. Do you have car sickness? Anything where you would have to sit in the front seat? No, ma'am. Okay, do you remember who else was in the red Mitsubishi with you? To the best of my ability, Taliban. I don't know his full name. I think Jacoby. Okay. And Fetty Trayvon. I think Trayvon Glass. Yes, ma'am. I think Jacoby, is that Jacoby Mills? Yes, ma'am. Did you ever know Taliban's name? I've seen it on the papers before, but I didn't remember. I can't remember. Okay, then I don't want to open that. Is the other car that went, who was in that car on the way to studio? Jamel, Cortland, Juvie, and Anthony. Okay, did you notice any fights or arguments between anybody while you guys were at the studio? No, ma'am. So she asking him, did they fight when they was at the studio? So I done seen some of the people in my chat say that they think it could have been a fight. Well, from this guy's statement, he's saying it wasn't a fight in the studio. Is he lying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he says there was no fight at the studio. She says some people have described it that people were falling asleep at the studio. Does that sound about what you remember? Yeah, they were intoxicated. He said, yeah, we were intoxicated. So, okay, it'd get late. They like to be in the studio for hours. So we definitely fall asleep wake back up. So some stuff would be like blankets and flashes. She say some stuff would be blanks and flashes. Okay, so remember when they were saying that I think Melly and Bortland were asleep at the studio that night, and Juvie and Sactis kind of poured water on them or something like that. So he's saying that they were intoxicated. You know what I mean? So let's remember that too, because when they get in the car, we was trying to figure out whether they were really woke, because we heard they were asleep. That's what they say, they were asleep. So I just want to remember these things. I want us to remember these things. So if I don't know what she gonna ask him. I never read this before. So if we get into that, we can kind of compare that to what we have heard or know or think we know. She say, okay, so were you drinking that night? He said, yes, ma'am. Smoking weed? Yes, ma'am. Did you guys have weed on you that you brought to the studio? I don't remember. Let me rephrase that. Did you personally have weed on you? No, ma'am. Okay, was there someone who usually carried it when you guys went to the studio? Not really. We just all get weed passed out on the table, or if we had whatever had rolled up, would just roll up. Okay. Did you see anyone in your car in the red Mitsubishi with a firearm? No, ma'am. The firearm was kept at the house in Miramar in the shoebox in the closet. Do you know which one I'm talking about? No. Okay, the purple firearm. Do you know which one I'm talking about when I say that? No, ma'am. Okay, did you ever see a firearm at the house in Miramar? No, ma'am. Hold on here. You just hold on here. Okay, so let me back it up. She said, okay, did you see anyone in your car in a red Mitsubishi with a firearm? He said, no, ma'am. She said, the firearm that was kept at the house in Miramar in the shoebox in the closet. Do you know which one I'm talking about? He said, no. Now I got a question. You got your one, Nunu? Who you got, Nunu? Who you got? You got my dog Nunu got a one. Wipe his nose, Nunu. Hey, look. So listen to this though, y'all. She say the firearm that was kept at the house in Miramar in the shoebox in the closet. Do you know which one I'm talking about? How the fuck she know it was a gun in the house of Miramar, the purple one? How does she know that? Somebody told her that. He say no. Okay, the purple firearm. Do you know which one I'm talking about when I say that? He say, no, ma'am. She say, okay, did you ever see a firearm at the house of Miramar? He say, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. She say, any prop firearms, fake guns? He said, Nerf guns, stuff like that. She say, Nerf guns, okay. Did you ever play basketball in the house and use a firearm as the bat? He say, no, ma'am, I never did. She say, you weren't there for that. You're not in that video. She said, you weren't there for that. You're not in that video. He said, oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't there. She said, okay, how often would Jamel Demons have a firearm on him? He said, I'm not sure. She said, okay, what about, he said, I don't know if he had a firearm on him or not. She said, okay, what about Cortland Henry? He said, I'm not sure. She said, okay, what about Christopher Thomas Juvie? He said, I'm not sure. She said, okay, what about Anthony Williams? Did he carry a firearm? I'm not sure. I don't remember. She said, okay, were there any threats or anything that was communicated to you? He said, no. She said, was anyone worried for their safety from other members outside of the group of outside of your group of friends? He said, no. She said, Jameson Francois Track, how was your relationship with him? He said, pretty good. How did you meet him? I think at the house. Okay, was he there often? Back and forth. He was always working. Okay, doing like his manager stuff. Okay, did you have any problems with him? No, ma'am. Okay, I think I met him. Yeah, I think I met him. Yeah, I think at the house. Yeah. All right. Do you have any business relationship with him? No, ma'am. Okay, Cortland Henry. Did you ever meet him? I knew Cortland since elementary. Okay, tell me about Cortland. How'd you meet him? I don't remember exactly, but I think we stayed in the same neighborhood. Okay, yeah, outside playing one day, just mutual friends. Okay, and from there, so it's my understanding that Cortland's father has a daughter. So Cortland's half sister, that is the sister of Christopher Thomas. That's there's there's a family relation. Yeah, I think so. That's my boy Spoon daughter, man. They talking about Chloe, and Chloe is Portland's sister and Juvie's sister. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you ever are you related by blood or marriage to Jamel Demons or Cortland Henry? No, ma'am. Okay, are you related by blood or marriage to Anthony Williams or Christopher Thomas? No, ma'am. For driving, was Cortland always a driver? Yeah, most of the time. I told y'all, listen, I told y'all they said Portland was the driver. I'm telling y'all, they say he was nobody. He was the dude with the stank feet, sleeping on the park benches, and he used to drive them around. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, he's the dude that used to steal, wear people clothes. You know what I'm saying? He had no phone. Yes, I'm telling you, listen. I got it from on good account, bro. The man, they say that was his job. He was a driver, dog. His feet used to stink. So so the pedals in the car, the gas pedal smelled like premium gas because his feet stank. You know what I'm saying? The car used to go faster because his feet stank. When he pressed the gas, the car went real fast because the car was scared of his stank feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Hey, for real. That's why that nigga riding. That nigga want a place to stay. He go. That's why that nigga ain't snitch, y'all. That nigga want a place to stay. If that nigga rather go stay in jail. That's why he have a roof over his head. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he ain't got nowhere to stay outside. For real. That nigga used to sleeping on the boxes. Hey, hey. She say for driving, was Cortland always the driver? He said, yeah, most of the time. She say, any particular reason why y'all pick him to drive? Cause he was homeless. But he say he could drive the best. Anthony couldn't drive. Okay, I drive sometimes, but yeah, Anthony couldn't drive like that. Okay, let's see. In the gray Jeep, not the red Mitsubishi you were in. Did you ever go on that gray Jeep? Were you ever in that Jeep? Yes, ma'am. Okay. On October 26th, going into the studio, did you get in that Jeep? No, ma'am. On the way home, did you get into that Jeep? No, ma'am. Okay, when you left the studio, which car did you get into? The red Mitsubishi. Do you remember what you were wearing that night? Not that. I remember a white shirt. That's about it. A white shirt, maybe some blue shorts. No? Okay, so I remember a couple of things that I want to go over and try to see what information you have on this. Trying to put up on the TV so everybody can see. Okay, were you coming in the 21st century? We're coming into the 21st century slowly in this. My goodness, we only recently got rid of carbon paper copies for things, and I'm not joking on that. Okay, can you see that video? The red truck right there, is that the red Mitsubishi we've been talking about? Yeah, I believe so. Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there. The two individuals that came out, the first individual here, the black shirt, the pants that have the red stripe down the center, and the white shoes. I'm just going to let it play. Just look at it. Watch that one individual because he's going to come and then come back. I want to see if you can tell me who that is. If you need to move closer or you want to look at it on the screen, let me know. He say, that's Jacoby. She say, that's Jacoby. So going there's this individual here in the black shirt that has the Ferrari down the bottom, looks like a Mercedes-Benz logo on the front and back, and a black and white. Do you know who that is? I'd have to see closer. Okay, please feel free. I know I'm mostly blind without glasses. Yeah, I'm supposed to be wearing contacts. This is what he said. I think, listen, I want to say this to y'all. Now, for those of y'all who was on my live when we went over the Fredo Bang paperwork, this is the exact same video she's showing him. She's saying the exact same questions as far as like describing what the people had on. Because I remember she asked about the dude that had the Ferrari on his shirt and shit like that there. So she going over this same video asking him, can he identify the people? Fredo Bang said, I don't know none of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But he pointed out Jacoby. You know what I'm saying? So he said, yeah, I'm supposed to be wearing contacts, I think. So his lawyer, Mr. Barsley, say, it's better not to guess if you can't identify. If you can't identify him, do so. If you can't, say so. He say, I want to say that's me. I'm not sure. She said, okay. He said, I'm not sure. Not sure if it's you. He said, I think so. I don't remember. She said, okay. I really can't see the face. She said, well, let's come back and watch how they will come back to that person. Okay, now going to the next individual that walks out. The denim jacket that's frayed at the bottom, black pants, and the dark red here. Sneakers. This individual right there, right here. That's definitely Anthony. That's Anthony Williams. Yeah, he's tall. So then the next person that comes out is going to the person in the skull cap right there in the kind of light gray jeans, black shoes. You think that may be you? Yeah, I think so. And I don't want you to guess if you're not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I also have a video inside, so that might help you as well. We'll go back to that, okay? Okay. So then the next person that comes out has on the black short sleeve shirt with the white film camera loop on the back of it. Do you recognize that logo to start with? Yeah. What logo is that? If Drew didn't film it, if Drew ain't filmed it, right? Yeah. I heard that a million times at this point. So again, this is the same video that she showed Fredo Bang. These are the same. She asking him the same questions. Basically, they worded different, but these are the same questions she asking Fredo Bang. Fredo Bang couldn't identify none of the people. I think Fredo Bang did identify. He said something about Lyrical Lemonade or something. I remember whatever, but I know Drew was there as well. So I can't remember whether the Fredo said that's Drew or whatever. But I think he did say that's Drew, because she asked him what Drew did any videos for him, and he said yeah, Drew did videos for him. But anyway, okay, so I'm just looking at that person. Just concentrate on him. I think that's Cortland. That's what he said. Just look for a second, and he's going to go and get in the driver's seat and the driver's door on that open right there on the gray Jeep. So the next person that comes out is the white shirt, blue shorts, white shoes. Is that you with the long dreads? That's Fetty. Fetty, yeah. So it looks like somebody called Shotgun. Did you guys do that as to who got the front seat? Yeah. I didn't really care for it. I don't really care. Okay, that person that just came out, the white shoes, wearing dark pants, a jacket that says Lyrical Lemonade. Remember I told you the Lyrical Lemonade? I remember this. Lyrical Lemonade. That's Melly. Okay, next person that comes out has the black jacket, this black and white denim from the TV show Stranger Things, light blue jeans, bright red shoes, and he's holding a bag. I think that's Juvie. Just watch that person for a second and see if, pretty sure he turns around, but yeah, that is consistent with Juvie. Okay, going back to the last person that comes out, has a black jacket, light blue jeans, black shoes that gets into one of the cars. So I'm going to back up a little bit. This person right here, okay, do you know who that is? not this individual here. The guy walking close to the truck, this one right here. Yeah, that's Taliban. Okay, so let me tell you what she's doing right here, y'all. She getting him to identify who got in which vehicle after the studio. That's what she's doing. It took me a little minute to catch on to what the play was because Fredo Bain didn't answer these questions. She getting him to answer who got in which car after the studio. So basically, he's making a positive identification as to who got in what car and was sitting in which position. You know what I'm saying? In the vehicles. That's what she's getting to do. It took me a little minute to catch on to what she's getting to do, but that's what she's getting to do. Okay, so let me see. She said the guy walking close to the truck, this one right here, he said, yeah, that's Taliban. The person he eventually gets in the driver's side of the red Mitsubishi. I can try and zoom in as well. If I warn you, it's not pretty. Unfortunately, the surveillance systems sometimes aren't the best viewed on the systems, they're in. And when you try and zoom in, it can get a little grainy. He say, okay, so I'm backed up a little bit. So she say, so I'm backed up a little bit. So you have the Stranger Things jacket. Yeah, that's Taliban. Okay, and so from the view right here, there, the black and white shirt. Wait a second. What's on the sleeve there? On this right shirt sleeve, do you know what that says? No, ma'am. Do you have that shirt still? No, ma'am. So I want to go and ask you questions. The two individuals that had, we getting a little grainy, that had bags, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Demons, Melly. This bag here, kind of a beige color that Melly had. Do you know what was in that bag? No, ma'am. Did he take any? He was just wearing it for fashion. Okay, did he take anything out of it at the recording studio that you saw? No, ma'am. Okay, and then going to Mr. Thomas Juvie, when he came out, that black bag that he had there, did he take anything out of that bag? I don't think so. If you don't think so or don't know, you can tell me. I don't know. That's pretty fine. No, I don't want you to guess. Okay, in terms of getting from this location in Fort Lauderdale to the house in Miramar, did you guys know the way? Did you use GPS? Were you following one another? Sometimes it'd be both. Like sometimes we follow each other or just put it in GPS. Okay, do you remember anything on this particular evening, how it happened? What do you mean? The night when you left this recording studio, do you remember if it was GPS following? What happened? No, ma'am. Okay, was there any reason for you for the seating arrangements? No, ma'am. Okay, were there any reasons for the people that drove the least to drink, least to smoke, anything like that? I don't remember. Okay, do you remember what phone number you had back in October? I'm sorry, actually September and October of 2018? No, ma'am. Did you have an occasion where you helped with a PayPal for a Sprinter for Mr. Demons and Mr. Williams? I don't remember. But when we were in Atlanta one time, we had like a chauffeur driver. So you remember going to Atlanta? Yeah, okay. So I have here 4 pages of a phone conversation between the number 772-713-9807, which is the phone that was in possession of Mr. Demons and a person that calls themselves AD. And that was kind of your nickname at that time. Yes, ma'am. You can look at those. The blue is the part that's attributable to AD. The green is the part that is attributable to 772-713-9807 number. Can you take a moment to look at that? Yes, this was for when we were in Atlanta. Okay, so the pictures I know are super tiny on there, so I printed them out full scale. When you get to when those are referenced, okay, yeah, this part, yeah. When we went to Atlanta, okay, That says Vero pickup on the PayPal. Confirmation on the picture there. Did you also do that at one point when you all were in Vero? I don't remember. Okay, did you go to Atlanta with all of the group? Yeah. Do you remember around what time that was? No, ma'am. Okay, I know it's been a while, so the two attachments are screenshots. One is a Vero address for pickup, and the other is a photo of a driver's license. And the driver's license was sent to you by Mr. Demas. Is that whose name was on the reservation? Yes, ma'am. Okay, on the way, when you left the studio, do you remember how you guys got back to the house in Miramar? What route you took? No, ma'am. Was there any decision about how you guys were getting home? No, ma'am. Did you guys I really don't remember though. Okay, like the route or anything, because we were impaired, intoxicated. Okay, did you stop and get McDonald's or food like you guys said you guys used to do? No, we pulled over. And where did you pull over? I don't remember. Okay, tell me what it looked like in terms of when you pulled over. I really don't know. Okay, were you on a highway or a street, like a divided regular? I don't know, because I was in and out of sleep. Okay, what happened when y'all pulled over? Somebody got in the car. He lied like a motherfucker. But I'm gonna keep it going. I think he's trying to say this when Melly got in the car, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me keep going. Okay, where did they sit? I really don't. I'm not really sure. Okay, did they climb over you to get in the middle of the back seat? I think I was at the window, so no, I think they might have climbed over me. Okay, who got in the car? Melly. He lying. You know how I know he lying? Because they actually GPS the cars when they left the place. None of them cars stopped on the side of the road. I think this is when he telling the story when Dontavius Withers said that they pulled on the side of the road and Melly got in the car with them. But then the police went back and checked the GPS, the cell phone path from the pings and shit, and found out that car never stopped. It just went straight to the house. But anyway, I'm gonna read. And why did you stop? I don't know. Okay, did you have any messages with Melly? No, ma'am. Okay, I don't think so. Were there any phone calls between Melly and anyone in the car you were in? I don't know. Okay, the location where you stopped, was your car in front of or behind the gray Jeep when you stopped? I don't know. I can't really remember that. Okay, so when you got to the guard gate at Sunset Lakes, where were you sitting? Oh, I want to say the window, close to the window. Okay, did you make any stops between whenever you're stating that Melly got in the car and Sunset Lakes? No, ma'am, I don't think so. Okay, when Melly got in the car, did he have his phone with him? I don't know. Okay, so when you got to the house in Sunset Lakes in Miramar, who got out the car? Me, Taliban, Jacoby, Melly, and Fetty. Okay, when you got into the house, where did you go to sleep that night? I crashed upstairs on the futon, like the sofa bed thing. Okay, where did Mr. Demons go? I don't know. I'm assuming his room. Okay, did you see him at the house? Yes. Okay, what was he wearing? That same outfit? That's the last thing I remember is that outfit. Okay, the Wi-Fi that y'all had at the house. Do you remember the name of it? No, ma'am. Did you have to connect to the Wi-Fi? I don't know. Okay, did you have? I'm pretty sure I probably did, but I don't know. I can't just say I remember. But you have a Wi-Fi that you guys use? I think so, I'm not sure. Can you explain why Jamel Demons would say I did that to somebody in regards to the shooting of Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas? No, ma'am. You don't know why they would say that? You don't know why they would say that? No. Okay. Could be referred to something else. This is what he said. Could be referred to something else. And then his lawyer said, don't guess, just answer the question that's asked. He said, yeah, I don't know. She said, so let's see. I have to ask you this because defense has not agreed to stipulate to the identity of the deceased Basically, I have to prove as part of the case at the trial who was killed. What do you say? I have to prove at trial who was killed. The defense is refusing to stipulate to the identity of the victims as being who they are. And so I do not want to, if at all possible, put the grieving mothers on the stand. So I'm going to ask you if you can look at the photos and tell me if you can identify who is in that photo. These are the photos of the dead bodies. Okay, you remember she did the same thing with Fredo Bang, remember? She did the same thing with Fredo Bang. She showed Fredo Bang the pictures of the dead bodies. Remember, I was like, damn, she's showing the pictures of the dead bodies? So she did the same thing with Fredo Bang. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. She did the same thing with Fredo Bang. That's protocol because she don't want to jump into the real questions at first. Oh, okay. She trying to burn them pictures into their mind. That too. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I'm gonna stop reading real quick. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. We reading off AD's statement, man. It's kind of interesting. Y'all like it? I kind of like it. I kind of like this statement. As far as like, it's interesting. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We almost got 70 people in here. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. I ain't gonna read to y'all. Somebody hit that like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Please. Please. Pretty please. Pretty please. I ain't gonna read no more. I'm just shit right here. We gonna get them likes up. We gonna get them likes up. Help me push these videos to a wider audience, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the place to be when it comes to this case right here between me and Spoonful of Game. You can't beat us when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Okay, I'm finna continue to read y'all. But hey, you ever feeling? Just hit the like button for your boy, man. You know what I'm going to ask that we not do that. Okay, so she finna show the pictures of the dead bodies, and the lawyer, Mr. Barzy, said, "You getting bigger." Y'all, I'm getting bigger, son. You see that? Shout out to my son, man. Flyboy Mike 04. That's my son, y'all. Love you, son. Hey, son, they got me all over YouTube, man, right now. I'll tell you about it later. But she said, you know, Mr. Barzy, this is AD's attorney, and he's saying, you know what? I'm going to ask that we not do that. And then she say, I have to, unfortunately. And then Mr. Barzy say, I'm going to ask that you not do that. I don't think you need to do it. And I think it's abusive to him to be showing him that. She say, no, and I agree. And I said, he say, well, let's pick it up with the judge. I'm going to ask not to do it. She said, okay, you're going to certify the question as to, he said, yeah. She said, okay, so just so we're clear, so you're objecting and you're going to certify it's now time so we can type this appropriately. So you're refusing to have him view photographs of the deceased? He said, yeah, unless you show that is necessary for some reason and it's not being done to just abuse. She said, Mr. Barzy, did you miss the part where I said I have to prove identity and defense is refusing to stipulate to court? He said, there are lots of ways of proving identity. She said, of course. He said, this isn't the first case I've been involved in. I believe you're doing this to abuse the witness. If you need his testimony on this issue, ask the judge to compel it. She said, and so what privilege are you asserting on that you're saying? He say, I'm just advising him not to answer that question. She say, okay, your attorney can talk to you about that means. We'll pick a date for you to come back, and then we'll go in front of the judge and go from there, okay? So let's see the red Mitsubishi that you're saying Mr. Demons got into. Do you know what seat he was in when he got in it? Listen, so So basically what she was doing was she was trying to show him the pictures of the dead bodies of Juvie body and of Sack Chaser body. The same shit she did to Fredo Bang. But Fredo Bang he actually looked at him, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't identify him. He was like, I can't tell who they is, but he did look at him. And then she was telling Fredo Bang, she told Fredo Bang that a lot of the people that she had interviewed before him couldn't look at the photos. Like she was saying that, she actually said that Jameson Francois couldn't look at the photos. Like he couldn't even stand to look at them. You know what I'm saying? But AD's attorney objected to her showing him the photos on the grounds that he thought it was abusive. So let's get this straight. Being that guy thought this was abusive, her showing them the photos is a tactic. She trying to see if they're going to be sympathetic. Well, my opinion. She trying to see if they're going to be, by showing them photos, would they possibly be sympathetic to their friends being done like that and probably tell something on Melly when they see their friends. Because these people all was friends, man. They was friends. When they see their friends looking like that. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming she looking for the reaction. Yellow Diamond said, you told me that yesterday. Shout out to my girl Yellow Diamond, my Dominican sister. Que lo que, my knee. But yeah, so that's what she's doing. And the lawyer objected to it. She said, I'm gonna read this question again. She said, so let's see, the red Mitsubishi that you're saying Mr. Demons got into, do you know what seat he was in when he got into it? Mr. Barzy said, he already answered that, ma'am. She said, question. No, I said, what seat? He said, he already answered that question. He said he didn't know where they were seated. She said, Mr. Barzy, he said, he already answered that question, bitch. And then, just lying. She didn't say bitch, but she said he already answered. He said he already answered that question. She said, okay, you can object as to that. He said, object. He said, object, bitch. No, I'm telling you, can tell that's what he said in his mind. Object. He already answered that, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, Dream Doll, see they on your ass again, Dream Doll. Hey, Dream Doll, you see him? Dream Doll, yes, do you got an IG, Dream Doll? my girl Dream Doll be pulling them, boy. Dream Doll. Dream Doll be pulling them. Dream Doll be pulling them. Pull them, Dream Doll. Pull them, Dream Doll. Do your thing, girl. Hey, so she say, God damn it. She say, this is my statement. I appreciate your presence here. He say, that's fine. Objection, bitch. They going at it in there, yo. He say, that's fine. Objection, bitch. She say, okay, so when you got to the house, who got out of the red Mitsubishi? He say, objection, bitch. Answered and asked. Asked and answered. He ain't bullshitting in there. She say, and so you still have to remember the question, I'm sorry. So who got out first? He said, well, I don't know. She said, okay, who got out first? Were you the last person left in the car? He said, I don't remember. Okay, did you do anything when you got home? I went straight to sleep, crashed. Okay, did you see anybody else before you went to sleep? No, ma'am. Okay, the telephone number on the paperwork right there, does that sound familiar now that you've had a chance to review it? 561-254-4331. I believe so. Yes, ma'am. Okay, when you went, so I have a conversation. Okay, when you went, so I have a conversation here. This is from the phone of Anthony Williams, and this is a listen to what she said now. Listen to what she said. She say, I want to break this down because we're going through that. They got these phones. She say, okay, so I have a conversation here. This is from the phone of Anthony Williams, that's Sack Chaser. And this is a conversation from the same phone number, 561-254-4331. And his phone number was 954-248-9081. And this is, again, 4 pages long, slightly different format. But if you mind talking and taking a look at that, now, so put it up on the screen so it's a little bit easier to read, more like you see it on your phone. The 908 number for Mr. Williams, and then here's the 1134 West 25th Street in Riviera Beach. Was that your address? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so here it sounds like he's been giving you kind of a shopping list, 2 natural leafs, and then something in Decatur, Georgia. Then he asks you later on to get 2 waters, 2 lemonades, very specific, not Minute Maid, a cranberry juice, Gatorade, baby oil. Bro, Sack Chaser asked for baby oil, bitch. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, please. Give me a minute. Jesus. Oh, shit. I need a minute. Fucking minute. I wasn't ready, y'all. I wasn't ready. I fucking wasn't ready. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, bitch, I'm about to stop. I don't even want to do this shit no more. I quit. I fucking quit. This is too much fucking for me. I was fucking not ready, yo. Bitch, I'm screaming. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck me, man. Yo. Fucking man. I gotta do it, y'all. And now our powers combine. The horizontal mambo. What is you doing with baby oil, big dog? If I would have been AD, I'd have told you got me fucked up. I ain't buying you no baby oil, nigga. You got me fucked up. Fuck you. Fight me, bitch. I'm not buying no grown man no fucking baby oil, man. I ain't buying no fucking baby oil. Man, fuck you, dog. I ain't buying no motherfucking baby oil. I don't give a fuck. Sack Chaser, fuck you. Bully me, bitch. But I ain't buy, bitch, I'll stab you. Bitch, I'm not buying you no baby oil, dog. Bro. Yes, Sack would have beat him up, one of the dogs. Sack probably would have beat him up, dog. Yo, listen, y'all. Give me a minute, y'all. Please. Okay. Can I have a minute to gather myself? Bitch, I did not expect that. The fuck? She could have warned me about that fucking question. Fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, man. Bruh. I don't even know what to say, dog. Like, I know I be talking about the horizontal mumbo. I know I talk about it, dog. I know I talk about it. I joke. You know what I mean? I heard it, but I use it as more like a running joke. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, but I said we got some little breadcrumbs of proof. Bruh, let's go over this list again. She said, okay, so it sounds like he's giving you some sort of shopping list. 2 natural leaves, and then something in Decatur, Georgia. Then he asks you later on to get 2 waters, 2 lemonades, very specific. Hold on, y'all. I'm going over this list, right? Hey, appreciate your Unspoken Crime. Shout out Unspoken Crime Murders with the $20 super chat, man. I appreciate you, fam. Much love, man. I'm rocking with you, bro. I'm rocking with you. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. Hey, Unspoken Crime. My reading getting a little bit better too, bro. Unspoken Crime. My reading getting a little bit too better, bro. I heard you say, and he don't even read too good. Unspoken Crime, I heard you say, and Morita boy don't even read too good. I say, look at this. Shout out to Unspoken Crime. Hey, I might not read too good, Unspoken Crime, but I see that calculator was tearing your ass up over there. That calculator was whooping your ass when you were trying to calculate them 11 million views you got over there. I say I can't read too good, and my boy ain't too good at math. Shout out Thraxville, little freaky deaky. Shout out to my son in the chat, Flyboy Mike 04. That's my son, y'all. Hey, listen, yo, let's go over this fucking list that Sack Chaser just sent AD to the store with, dog. Listen, and shout out my boy Unspoken Crime, man. I fucks with him. Hey, look, check it out. She say, okay, so here it sounds like he's giving you kind of a shopping list. Listen to the list, y'all. 2 natural leaves. I don't know what natural leaves is, y'all. What's natural leaves? Get in the comment section. Let me know what natural leaves is, man. She say 2 natural leaves. And then there's something in Decatur, Georgia. Then he asks you for 2 waters, 2 lemonades, very specific, not Minute Maid, a cranberry juice, Gatorade, baby oil, black hair. She say Sack. Those are raps. Okay. She say Sack asked her. She say Sack sent him for. Listen, I just listen, motherfucker. She say, okay, so it sounds like he's giving you a kind of a shopping list. 2 natural leaves, and then there's something in Decatur, Georgia. Then he asks you later on to get 2 waters, 2 lemonades, very specific, not Minute Maid, a cranberry juice, Gatorade, baby oil, black hair ties. Do you remember why you were doing all that, the errands that day? Anything specific? No, I think we're going to the store. This is his lawyer, Mr. Barzee. Don't guess. If you don't remember the answers, I don't remember. He said, okay, something specific. So was that common for you to go to the store to get things like this? He said, no, ma'am, just a regular store line. She said, okay, there's an address that was sent to you, 30783 Soapstone Road, 30034. Do you remember what that address was for? He said, no, ma'am. Okay, did anyone get out of the red Mitsubishi and get into the gray Jeep when it stopped on the side of the road? And then this is his lawyer said, his name is Mr. Barzee. He said, asked and answered, objection, bitch. You know he don't like that lady, so I just keep throwing the little bitch on the side because you can tell he don't like her. But he didn't say the bitch. He just said answered and asked and answered, objection. So she say, so you still have to answer it. Sorry. He said, can you restate the question? She said, did anyone get out of the red Mitsubishi when it stopped on the side of the road and get into the gray Jeep? She said, no, ma'am. See, he fucking up right here. Let me tell you where he fucking up at, right? I'm going to just tell you right here. Just like the dude on Men's Society. You know you done fucked up, don't you? So he telling her that they pulled on the side of the road, and that when they pulled on the side of the road, this is after the studio, that Melly got into the car with them. It was 4 motherfuckers in the car with y'all when you left the studio. So that's why she asked him, did anybody get out of the car and get into the other car? Bitch, y'all be 5 deep in that motherfucker then. Somebody be in the whole seat. You know what I'm saying? Which is the whole seat in the middle. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she asking him, because, you know, common sense would tell you that if y'all pulled on the side of the road and Melly got into the car, then one of y'all would have to get out the car and get into the other car. You know what I'm saying? What he's trying to do is he's trying to cover for Melly, because remember they said that he got into. You remember they were trying to say that he didn't get into the what car, that particular vehicle, and then when they went back and they looked at the cameras, they figured out which car he was in. But anyway, I digress. Okay, which pull over, driveway. She said, did anyone get out of the red Mitsubishi when it stopped on the side of the road and get into the gray Jeep? He said, no, ma'am. She said, yep. He said, no, ma'am, yeah. She said, with that, when you got home and pulled into the driveway with the gray Jeep, was the gray Jeep there? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, stop on the side of the road. How long was it for? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, did you have any financial relationship with Jamel Demas? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, is Jamel Demas in a gang? He said, no, ma'am. She said, is he a member of a blood gang set? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, how do you know that? He said, I mean, well, not that I know of. She said, okay. He said, I don't think so. She said, did he ever try to recruit you to join any gang? He said, no, ma'am. She said, what about Anthony Williams? He said, no, ma'am. She said, did you see any signs of gang affiliation with any of the gentlemen that lived in the house in Miramar? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, when was the last time you spoke with Cortland Henry? He said, I don't know. She said, you don't know? And on the phone, anytime? He said, no, ma'am. So this is his lawyer. Objection and answer, bitch. She said, I keep making up the bitch part, y'all. It just sounds like, he don't like this lady. So it just sounds like when he say answer and object, in his mind, he's saying, you bitch, you. So I'm going to just throw a little bitch on the end sometime. That's just me, my own little seasoning. She said, have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen him in person since the incident? She talking about, I think she's talking about Portland. Yeah, she's talking about Portland. So she said, have you ever seen him in person since this incident? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, Dontavius Withers, Taliban. When was the last time you spoke with him? We talked just now and then on Instagram. She said, we just talked now. He said, we just talked now and then on Instagram. She said, what's your Instagram? He said, YNW Big Bank Ed. It's okay, y'all. Don't kill me for the pronunciation, but it's YNW BIGBANK AD. Okay, Big Bank AD. Okay, it was just all crashed together. So his name YNW Big Bank AD. Okay, gotcha. She said, YNW Big Bank AD. He said, yes, ma'am. She said, when? He said, AD. She said, AD, when was the last time you saw? Appreciate Ulysses Martinez for the $5 super chat. She said, when was the last time you saw Mr. or Taliban in person? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, the last time you spoke with Fetty Trayvon, I don't remember. When was the last time you saw him in person? I don't recall. Did you go to the memorial service for Anthony Williams or Christopher Thomas? Yes, ma'am, both of them. Both of them. Who else? Hold on. We'll come back to that. When was the last time you spoke with Jacoby Mills? Last year? Okay, probably. Anything about this case? No, ma'am. When the last time you saw Jacoby in person? I don't remember. Okay, do you know Fredo Bang? He's a rapper. Have you ever personally met him? Yeah. Okay, the morning after the homicide occurred, did you go to Fredo Bang's house in Miramar? Yes. Who else was there? Everybody. Everybody? Well, I wasn't there, so that's not everybody. That's what the state attorney's saying. She's saying everybody? Well, I wasn't there, so that's not everybody. He said people that are on this are on the case. People that are on the case. She said people that are on the case. Okay, so let's say was Mr. Demons there? Damn, so he said the people that are on the case was all at the damn house. She said people that are on the case. Okay, so let's say was Mr. Demons there? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, okay, was Trayvon Glass there or Fetty? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, Courtney Henry? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, do you remember what Mr. Demons was wearing when you got there? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, was Jameson Francois there? He said, I don't remember. She said, Jacoby Mills? He said, yes. She said, Melly's girlfriend, Mariah, was she there? I don't remember. Okay, do you know Jameson Francois' wife, AA or Adria? Not really. Okay, do you know if there was any other woman there that you don't know at Mr. Fredo Bang's house? Not that I remember. Do you remember seeing Jamie Keene there? I don't remember. Okay, do you know if Christopher Thomas's relatives were there? I don't remember. Okay, do you know who Ashley Phillips is? I don't. Okay, that's fine. I don't. For Alicia Holmes, do you know who she is? I heard those names, but I don't remember. Okay, mister, you were at Fredo Bang's house. Was he there? No, I don't remember. Okay, was that house 1 or 2 stories? I don't know. Okay, have you spoken with Stuart Allison, Raven Liberty, or David Howard, the attorneys that represent Mr. Demons? No, ma'am. Okay, who is DeVale Rivers? Okay, so hold on, I got to do that up. DeVale Rivers. I don't, it looked like Junior, y'all. I can't read it. DeVale Rivers Jr. I don't know. You don't know? And this is his lawyer. Let me give me a second. Here, step out for a second. And then this is the other attorney. He didn't speak to Stuart Howard and Raven at our office, but he doesn't know who they are. And then this is the state attorney. Okay. And this is his lawyer. Or doesn't remember the names of anybody. And then this is the lawyer, the state attorney. So you met with Raven Liberty, Stuart Adelson, and David Howard? He said, yes. She said, okay, what you guys talk about? He said, just the case. She said, okay, were you giving anything in value in exchange for coming and meeting with them? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, what did you tell them? She said, I don't remember he said, I don't remember what we talked about. She said, okay, when was this? He said, I don't know any exact dates. She said, was it within the last month? He said, no, ma'am. She said, was it within the last year? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, DeVale Rivers, that was the last person I asked you about, right? And you don't know who that is? He said, no. She said, what about Y&W Smoke? Does that name sound familiar? Is that a yes? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, and Y&W Gunner, Gunna, does that person sound familiar? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, and do you know who Shanteria Snipes is? He said, yes, ma'am. And who is that? I went to middle school with them. Okay, what is his relationship with Mr. Demons? I don't know. I think they're cousins. So this is his lawyer. No guessing. He said, no. So this is a lawyer. This is a state attorney. Do you know Patrick Deloach? He said, no, ma'am. Does that name Peasy Gambino on Instagram sound familiar to you? He said, no, ma'am. She said, have you ever received any money from Mr. Demons via wire, transfer, check, cash, any of the above? He said, no, ma'am. Have you received any money from Jameson Francois? No, ma'am. Has Jamel Demons ever told you, identified to you any person that would have shot Christopher Thomas or Anthony Williams? He said, no, ma'am. Has Courtney Henry ever identified anyone? He said, no, ma'am. In terms of the story about the drive-by shooting that occurred, when was the first time you heard that? I think that morning. I don't really remember when we first woke up. I want to say, okay, so tell me about what happened when you first woke up. Like everybody was just mumbling around the house and they were saying Sack Chase and Juvie were dead, that they were shot. Who was at the house? Melly, Jacoby, Trayvon? I don't remember, but I remember those for sure. So Melly was definitely at the house. Do you remember what time y'all woke up? No, ma'am. Do you remember what time you got at home at? No, ma'am. The time that you went through the gate at Sunset Lakes was 3:49 a.m. How long did it take you to get from the gate at the front of the neighborhood when you guys went into the house? I don't know. How many times did you drive from the front of the neighborhood to the gate for the 2 months you lived there to the house? I don't know. Was it more than once? Yeah, it was more like, was it more than 10 times? I don't know. Okay, did Jamel Demons ever ask you to buy a firearm for him? No, ma'am. Did he ever ask you to sell a firearm for him? No, ma'am. Prior to October 25th on 2018, Mr. Demons was out of town and he was flying in. Did you pick him up from the airport with anybody? I don't remember. Okay, how long have you had the YNW Big Bank AD Instagram account? Probably about a year. Okay, what did you have before that? I think it's been the same. Okay, what was back in 2018? I don't know. Do you know? She said, what was back in, yes, I thought it was gonna say what was it, but she said, what was back in 2018? He said, I don't know. Do you know who Artesia Mitchell is? No, ma'am. So in terms of have you told the truth in everything that you said today? Yes, ma'am. And you understand that you have immunity based on being served with a subpoena by the state of Florida. What's the immunity part of it? And that, please feel free if you want to speak to your attorney on that. Okay, what's immunity? And his attorney said, it's her role, okay. So she said, so basically, my explanation for that would be that nothing that you say today can be used against you except in the event of perjury. And perjury is making a statement that you believe to be false under oath. And in this case, because it is in regards to a capital offense, perjury is a second-degree felony punishable up to 15 years in Florida State Prison. So I want you to go, and in terms of, so I can show you, so you see it's not October 26th, 20/02/18 UTC, which is in Greenwich Mean Time. Mr. Demons is the author of a message that says, I did that to an individual by the name of PZ Gambino. And then his next message is, that was what I was talking about. Can you give me an explanation as to what Mr. Demons was talking about? You're asking him to comment. This is his lawyer. You're asking him to comment on what somebody else wrote to someone else. This is the state attorney. If he knows, and then this is lawyer. Someone else, and she say, if he knows, and then he say, I don't know. So she say, okay. So after the homicide occurred, there was a trip to a wooded area on the side of US 27 and Johnson Street with Jacoby Mills, Jamel Demons, and Jameson Francois. Did you go on that trip too? No, I didn't even know about that trip. So what she talking about is, she talking about when they left when they was on the way to the burger video shoot, and the cell phone towers, after they left the field, and the cell phone towers pinged them by the canal. That's what she asking him about. What is allegedly disposed of the gun. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We almost got 100 people in here. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Okay. He say, no, I didn't go on that trip. She say, okay. Were you right during the time period about noon that day on the 26th? I think we went back to the house. Okay, the house, you mean which one? He says, to Jamel's house. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. I'm gonna stop for a second. Y'all don't get them likes up. Hit the likes up. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Oh, I'm gonna start reading. Get the likes up. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We almost got 100 people in here, man. Get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Please. 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 Shout out to my moderator, Sophisticated Nunu, Dream Doll, Battalion Bully, Flyboy Mike 04, and the Chicks 1000, Chick 1K. Shout out to Audio Crack 22, and also shout out to Nephew for Real. Okay, so she say to Jamel's house, did you go on the trip to Melbourne for the video shoot that evening? He say, no, ma'am. She say, okay, did you stay with She said, okay, did anyone stay with you at the house? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, do you know how long you were at Fredo Bang's house? Not too long. I really don't know the exact time. Not too long. I don't know. Mine, not too long. At your not too long might be different. So can you kind of give me, he said, I really don't know. She said, you don't know. Okay, did you send any messages to anyone about what happened? He said, no, ma'am, I don't think so. Has Mr. Demons offered you any financial compensation? Here go his lawyer. Objection, asked and answered, bitch. God damn. I done dare to fail. God damn. We switch your chair. Hey, I done called the lady. Hey, I done called the lady bitches too many times, y'all. I done called the lady bitches too many times. That bitch got roots on me, y'all. Hey, look. So he say, sophisticated, do you see it? That bitch got my voodoo doll. Hey, look. Hey, he say, ask and answer, bitch. She say, have you ever worked for him in any way? He say, no, ma'am. How is your Brevard County geography? Not good. She say, okay, in terms of getting from place to place, do you know the major highways? He say, I-95. She say, so you know I-95, do you know 595, the Sawgrass Expressway? He say, not really. She say, okay, I-75. He say, no, ma'am, no. She say, tell me after this case or after October 26, 2018, how many times did you speak with Jamel Demons? He said, I don't know. She said, okay, have you talked to him in jail on jail phone calls? He said, no, ma'am. Have you done a video visit with him? No, ma'am. Prior to him being arrested on February of 2019, what contact did you have with him? I don't think none. She said, okay, did you go to New York with him? He said, no. He said, no, ma'am. Did you go to Chicago? He said, no, ma'am. Did you go to Virginia? No, ma'am. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It could be one of the Carolinas that they went to. Did you go to any of those shows with him? No, ma'am. She said, okay, at the house in Miramar where y'all live, did Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams have belongings that were in the house? He said, yes, I would assume so. She said, okay, did you help? Did anybody collect their belongings after? No, ma'am, I don't remember. She said, okay, did any of their family members ever come to get their stuff? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, Mr. Demon's cell phone, do you know if he had a passcode on that? No, ma'am, but everybody used the phone. She said, okay, when you say everybody used the phone, like us in the household, she said, okay, did everybody have the passcode to get into it? Or I don't think he had a passcode. I don't think so. She said, okay, I don't remember. She said, did you have your own cell phone at that point? He said, yes, ma'am. We know Bortland Poe ass ain't have his own cell phone. She said, okay, did you use Mr. Demon's phone? Yeah, talking to females sometime. She said, okay, did you send that message saying I did that on his Instagram account? He said, no, ma'am. Bitch, you better not say yeah to that. She said, did you send that message saying I did that on his Instagram account? Bitch, you better not agree. You better not say you said that. Fuck that. Shout out Deuce Dog. What it is, cuz? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, did you shoot Anthony Williams or Christopher Thomas? He said, no, ma'am. She said, do you have any idea who did? He said, no, ma'am. She said, did they have anybody that was mad at them? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, with regards to Mariah Hamilton, when was the last time you seen or spoke to her? He said, oh, I really don't remember. She said, okay, did Mr. Demons or Mr. Francois ever ask you to get rid of a firearm? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, the PayPal transaction between me, Mr. Demons, and you that are referred in those messages, is that the only PayPal transaction between the two of you? Yes, ma'am, for the chauffeur driver. She said, okay, and do you remember how much money was that? He said, $10,000. Damn. Man, they sent this nigga $10,000? Shit. Let me back up here. I thought that said $10 till I seen the motherfucking 4 zeros with that motherfucker. Listen, I'm gonna back this up real quick. I'm going to restate this one. She say, okay, the PayPal transaction between you and Mr. Demons that are referenced in those messages, is that the only PayPal transaction between the two of you? He said, yes, ma'am, for the chauffeur driver. She said, okay, do you remember how much money was that? He said, $10,000. Damn. What we feel about that, y'all? He say, Melly sent him $10,000. I'm going to say that. I'm going to read this motherfucker again. He said, okay, the PayPal transaction between you and Mr. Demons that are referenced in those messages, is that the only PayPal transaction between the two of you? Yes, ma'am. It was for the chauffeur driver. Okay, do you remember how much money was that? He said $10,000. She said, okay, did any of that go to you to be kept? He said, no, ma'am. She said, so here are some driver's license photos on there. Are those the names and pictures associated as to those individuals? He said, yes, ma'am. Okay, and so the individuals I showed you, Christopher Thomas Jr., Anthony Williams, Cortland Henry, Jamel Demons, Dontavius Withers. Okay, so I want to show you a picture from the Sunset Lakes community. This is at 4:39 a.m., October 6, 2018. Do you recognize the driver? Who is that? He say Taliban. She say, okay, when you spoke with Mr. Demon's attorneys, was it recorded? He said it was, because those people that she was naming earlier, yeah, I don't know. She say, was there someone there typing everything up like a court reporter? He say, I just don't remember. She say, don't remember. Okay, was there an investigator there recording it in any way, shape, or form? He said, I don't know. She said, okay, did they ask your permission to record it? He said, I don't remember. She said, what type of phone did you have back in 2018? He said, I really don't remember. Thinking an iPhone. I don't remember. She said, so was it an Android or an iPhone? Have you ever had anything other than an iPhone? He said, yeah. She said, okay, so I want to show you the address, the 18521 Southwest 44th Street, Miramar, Florida. Is this the house where you all were living backed up to the lake right there? He said, yeah. She said, does that look? He said, I don't know if that's the same exact address. I can't really tell, but it was definitely a lake behind it. She said, a lake behind it with a pool? He said, yes. She said, does that look about how your memory serves you to show how it was? He said, yeah. She said, okay, did you ever have any occasion to be out here next to the Everglades on this highway out here, US 27? He said, no, ma'am. She said, okay, do you know in relation to Miramar which way Fort Lauderdale is? He said, no, ma'am. How are you with north, south, east, west direction? He said, I don't know. I've never had to test that. She said, okay, then the drive from Fort Lauderdale to the house of Miramar, were you making any phone calls to anyone? He said, I don't remember. She said, do you know if you guys had anyone's phone connected to play music in the car? He said, no, ma'am, I don't remember. She said, okay, the McDonald's that's located off of Miramar Parkway, I-75, did you guys go to that one at all? He said, when? She said, that night. He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, I'm talking about this one here at the corner of Miramar Parkway and Southwest 172 Ave. That one. Did you go there? He said, I don't remember. She said, okay, are you 100% positive that Mr. Demons got into that red Mitsubishi? I told you. He said, you have to answer out loud. He said, yes, ma'am. She said, okay, with regards to the other car, did you see anyone else get into the gray Jeep? He said, no, ma'am, I don't really remember. I was intoxicated. She said, okay, when you arrived at Frederick Gibbons' house, do you remember how long it took you to get there from Jamel's house? No, ma'am. Was it close or far away? Kind of close, I would say. Close enough you could walk? I don't remember. Okay, do you know if you walked or drove to his house at Fredo Bangs? Sorry. At Fredo Bangs? At Fredo Bangs, sorry. He said, I don't remember. She said, you don't remember? You don't remember going to Publix that day at any time to get sandwiches or something like that? He said, no, ma'am. Did you ever talk to Jacoby Mills about this case and what he remembers? He said, no, ma'am. Was there a discussion about a gun that was recovered? No, ma'am. How long after October 26, 2018 did you stay living in that house in Miramar? You said when? How long after did you stay living there? I think we left after probably like a few days. I really don't remember. Okay, when you say we, who do you mean? Like me, Taliban, and Jacoby, we didn't stay originally, stayed there. So I think, yeah, okay, probably a few days. So just a few days, yeah. Before, after the funeral for Mr. Williams. I don't remember. Okay, did you still live in that house in Miramar when you went to the funeral service for either one? No, ma'am. Okay, did you guys do laundry in that house on a regular basis? Yes, ma'am. Okay, mister. You said Mr. Williams was very well dressed. Mr. Demons was very well dressed. What about Mr. Henry? Well dressed. That nigga was well dressed because he wore everybody's motherfucking clothes. That's why he was well dressed. Hit that like button, y'all. We almost got 100. We got 100 people in here. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Okay. She said, so he said, okay, the laundry. Okay, the laundry. Did anyone have that as their job to do? Everybody did separate laundry, okay? Did you guys share clothes? Yes. She said, did you guys share clothes? We know Stankfoot Portland ass did. She said, yes. He said, yes. Okay, that shirt that you think may have been, you, that black and white one, the Ferrari shirt, was that your shirt? I don't remember. Okay, are you into clothing? He said, yes. Okay, did you ever see handguns, and I mean not rifles, smaller handguns at the house in Miramar? This is his lawyer. Objecting, you asked the answer, bitch. He didn't say the bitch, y'all. For the new people that came in the chat. You did not say, okay, who told you the story about the driveway? I don't remember. Did you hear it at any point or any version of it from Cortland Henry? I don't remember. Okay, did you go to the hospital that morning in Miramar? No. Did you ever see the Jeep or any pictures of it that have been published in the news or online? Yes. Okay, when was the last time or what was the last phone number you knew Dontavius Withers to have? I don't remember. Is it saved in your phone? I don't know. I don't have his number. Okay, were you close with Dontavius? Yeah, for the time being. Are you close still? Yeah, we chat like I told you before. Okay, mostly on the phone or social media. Was there a group chat going on of people in the house like, hey, we're out of milk, somebody needs to grab it, anything like that? I don't recall. Okay, I have messages between you and Mr. Demons. I have messages between you and Mr. Williams. Did you have any sort of conversation or text message with Mr. Thomas? I don't remember. Okay, what about Portland? I don't remember. She said Portland, I swear to God. She said, okay, what about Portland? Now we need to call that nigga Portland. I know. She said, okay, what about Portland? He said, I don't remember. Okay, was there a computer in the house? I don't remember. Did you have any computers there? No. Okay, was there let's see, were you present when Mr. Demas had his chain stolen at Walmart? No. Did you hear about the incident? Yes. What did you hear about the incident? I think it was a fight or something like that. Okay, any idea who was involved? No, ma'am. Okay, don't actually want to pull up any pictures that you don't want to see. So hold on. Does the Wi-Fi network YNW Castle sound familiar? I don't remember. Okay, were you living with Mr. Demons in September when he went to go pawn an item, some jewelry? Damn, Melly was pawning jewelry? He must really was a little scrap for cash, y'all. She said, okay, were you living with Mr. Demons in September when he went to go pawn an item, some jewelry? Does that in Hollywood, does that sound familiar? He said, no. Okay, were you ever drive Mr. Demons anywhere around Miramar County? No, not that I remember. Okay, on the PayPal account that there's pictures of, do you remember where your email was for that? No, ma'am. Okay, I'm sorry, just going through one last list. Okay, last but not least, scheduling. If you're going to trial and it's looking like we're going to start picking a jury in July, so testimony could be the end of July, early August. What is your things that you have scheduled that I need to work around? Trips, vacations, work, things like that. My girlfriend's birthday is in July. Okay, you get in trouble if you miss it? Yeah, definitely. No pending children being born, anything like that? Okay, hey, I have at least 2 witnesses that are in that circumstance, and I'm like, I'm not going to be responsible for them missing the birth of their child. So there are certain things that non-forgivable if you miss those. So July, are you planning a trip or anything exciting? I think to Mexico. Woohoo! And so what time frame are you looking at for that? July 15th to probably like 18th or 19th. It's not decided yet, but okay, it's been talked about airfare and all that other stuff has to be worked out. Here go his lawyer. Counsel with regards to serving him again. Are you accepting service? Oh no, that's her. That's her. She said, counsel with regards to serving him again. Are you accepting service? And then his attorney say yes. And then his other attorney say we accept. And then she say, okay, in terms of dates for coming back when the judge is back, he's out May 5th through the 20th. So we're looking at the week of the 23rd. And then his lawyer say, I'm open. And she say, on that, we're good, Mr. Barzee. Okay. And then his other lawyer say June. And then his other lawyer say May. And then the other lawyer say, I'm open. And what's the same man lawyer say, I'm open to that. And then the other lawyer say, okay, we can handle that. So I guess they were talking back and forth trying to get dates where they could be available. So she say, okay, so is there any questions that you did not answer that you want to amend your answer to? He say, no, ma'am. She say, okay, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you feel is important that I know? He say, no, ma'am. She say, okay, is there anything else that you want to add, change, modify? He say, no, ma'am. She say, okay, I don't have any other questions at this time, so we're going to go ahead and end. I appreciate your time for coming in. Then his lawyer say thank you, and she say, again, next time park in the garage and bring your ticket with you. And then he say, okay, thank you. Woo. So that's it, y'all. We went through that whole goddamn shit, y'all. Damn. Y'all give your boy a round of applause, man. I did better with the reading than I did better with the reading. So what's y'all conclusion? You back at the end, Dream Dog? Yeah, it's over, Dream Dog. It's over, Dream Dog. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Y'all get them likes up, man. We almost got 100 people in here, man. So we just went over the paperwork of AD, YNW, Big Bank AD. I'm going to say this, y'all. What was y'all conclusion with AD's deposition? AD didn't say much of nothing. I thought AD's was gonna be a little bit juicier than that. But AD didn't say too much. What y'all think? Get in the comment section, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I mean, he did a little bit of telling at the beginning, but okay, let me see. He did a little bit of telling at the beginning, but he ain't say nothing too spectacular. Yeah, I'm literate, Jane Joy. You see me? I can read. I can really, really read. Nah, I told you it was just the way they was saying their answers, they sentences on the other one. Plus, I couldn't read other shit. Some of that shit was small and all type of shit. Shout out Sammy Wicks for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, gang. I appreciate you, gang. I see you trying to holler at, but I see you trying to holler at Dream Dog too, my nigga. Hey, that nigga trying to scoop my moderator, dog. Dream Dog. Dream Dog. I see you nigga trying to holler at you, Dream Dog. Don't worry about it. Everybody be trying to holler at my homegirl, Dream Dog, though. For real. For real. Appreciate you, Sammy Wicks. Everybody be trying to holler at Dream Dog. For real. I swear they do. But what y'all feel about AD's deposition, y'all? I just want to go real quick. I'm trying to see. He said a little something, but he didn't say that much though. Dream Dog already know what's going on. Look at James Joel. Do it, Dream Dog. Yeah, he was holding back. Listen, at first I thought that AD was gonna really like spill the beans, but he kind of kept it solid too, dog. Don't get it twisted. He said a little something. I'm gonna show you. I know what he said. I'm trying to go over it real quick. He said he told a little bit. He told about 3 times back to back. I can't remember what they were. I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh, he told when Sack Chaser bought them the liquor, which ain't. I mean, if y'all want to consider telling, then he told that. But Sack Chaser did, and what is? I mean, if y'all want to call him a snitch for that, okay, well, okay, all right, whatever. That's why I say that I'm glad I'm out the streets, dog. Cause let me tell you about this. The man said that they was underage, and Sack Chaser provided them with liquor. He bought them liquor, and Sack Chaser bought the weed. Technically in the G code in the streets, he's a snitch. He's a snitch. That's fucking crazy, ain't it? Like, but he ain't really. This man ain't say nothing, dog. That what I'm saying. That wasn't shit. That what I'm saying, dog. That man ain't tell nothing, dog. This man ain't tell nothing, bro. He actually lied. I know where he lied at. You know what I'm saying? But he held it down. He was holding it down. And so AD, you get a pass by me, bro. You get a pass from me, big dog. So for the record, Fredo Bang didn't snitch. I will not hold AD telling the police that Sack Chaser gave them liquor and they was underage. I won't hold that against him. So he ain't no snitch in my book. Now, for those hardcore street core cold people, he told the police about some illegal shit. Sack Chaser gave him weed. Sack Chaser gave him liquor. He a snitch. So I ain't gonna say he a snitch. Fredo Bang did not snitch. Again, Fredo Bang did not snitch. If you want to get an explanation of that, go look at my last live, the live before this one, where it says I explain how I know that Fredo Bang helped Melly after the murders. But let me tell you, 100K Track, he snitched. He snitched. Jacoby Mills told the police that 100K Track got the murder weapon. He said that they all went to the motherfucking field to look for the gun. Melly, Portland, Track, and Jacoby. Jacoby said he found the gun, and then he gave the gun to Track. It was a 40 caliber handgun that had blood on it. He said he gave it to Track. He said when he gave it to Track, Track said, I got this. He said once Track said I got this, he said that's the last he saw the gun. So when the police told Track that Jacoby Mills said that he took the gun, Track say, I took the gun. That was Jacoby's gun. Track say, that was Jacoby's gun. So Track told. Then Track also told, when they asked Track what happened to the gun, Track said, I don't know, they all had guns. Track say, I don't know, they all had guns. Track said they all had guns. So, and then, so Track told, y'all, Track told. He told on Jacoby after Jacoby had told on him. Jacoby told first. And then the police told Track that Jacoby had told. So Track told back on Jacoby. Track say, that was Jacoby's gun. Yeah, they both told on each other. So, but for Fredo Bang and for AD, nah, they didn't tell. Fredo Bang didn't answer certain questions. You know what I'm saying? AD didn't answer. AD answered pretty much all of the questions, but it was a few questions that his lawyer objected to. You say where did AD lie at Yellow Diamond? He lied when he said that Melly got in that car with him. He lied like a motherfucker. Melly ain't never get in that goddamn car with him. Melly was in that same damn car with Bortland, Juvie, and Sack Chaser. He said that Melly got in the car with him, and he said that Melly went home with them. That's a motherfucking lie. Melly never made it back to that house. Melly never made it back to that house. Remember, Melly was in the car with Bortland. See what I'm saying? So I knew he was lying, but I mean, as far as like he held it down. Melly never made it back to that house. Melly went to Fredo Bang's house. We know that because we just know that. If you've been watching the channel, we know that. You know what I mean? Melly was with Bortland up until 4:32 a.m. Bortland pulled into the hospital at 4:35 a.m. Melly texted Fredo Bang and told him to come pick him up. And then Fredo Bang went and picked Melly up and took Melly back to the house. That's why the police got the text messages. They got the phone calls. I think it was like an 8-9 minute phone call. And they actually got Melly sending Fredo Bang his location. Melly went back to Fredo Bang's house. AD say when he went to sleep, Melly went to his room. Bitch, Melly wasn't even there with you. Know what I'm saying? Then he said when he woke up, Melly was there. No, Melly wasn't motherfucking there. Melly was at Fredo Bang's house. That's how it, and then all of them met Melly over there. Jamie and Track and Mariah and you know what I'm saying? They all ended up over Fredo Bang's house. So this is where AD lied at. But I'm saying in the streets, he held it down. He held it down. He held it down. You know what I'm saying? We know he lied because we know what the Fredo Bang's deposition consisted of. We know that they have cell phone records shows that Melly was with Bortland up until 4:32 a.m. and then it shows them separated and then it shows Melly, you know what I mean, going, you know what I mean, and then that's when he hid in the bushes and called his mama and Mariah, and then Fredo, I didn't know this till the day, but Fredo picked him up, you know what I'm saying, and took him back to his house, cleaned him up, because they asked Fredo about the clothes. Remember, they asked Fredo, they say, what happened to the clothes he had on, and what clothes did you give him to wear, and shit like that there. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He cleaned up at Fredo's house, you know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, so AD held it down. He lied, but he held it down for Melly. I don't consider him a snitch. I mean, he told about the little alcohol and the weed, but I don't consider that a snitch. He said, I don't remember to damn near every question. I don't remember. He was even good enough to say, I don't remember, but at the same time, he knew how to give them just enough information but then not to give them anything. Like, he was like, I don't remember. I remember sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. Like, he was kind of good at it, dog. I don't care. I'm from Broward. Everybody from Broward know you're supposed to catch a body out. You're supposed to catch a body out that way. It ain't used to be cell phone towers out there back in the day. Damn. They did, but come on now. You know I have my ways around that. Yeah, we doing pretty good, man. Shout out to I don't even want to say your name, big dog. That name crazy. Shout out to 7B Music TV. Facts. Asked so many questions, I would have just played stupid for real. The hospital didn't ask for no one drop test. You got a question right there. I got all the evidence goes against their story. They slow for real, man. She getting down to the nitty gritty, asking a lot of questions. She was. Not everybody was in on the plan. I agree with that too. Yes, Melly was picked up. Right. Great job reading, bro. Thank you, Brad Muhammad. I'm getting better, dog. I've been doing no hook, no funnest. I've been signing out my syllables. Ooh, E, and doing my vowels and shit. You know what I mean? I've been practicing. They basically trying to say Bortland did it. No. Marita boy, why was Melly and Track pinging together after the murders? This is what made me think Track picked them up initially. Me too. That's what I'm saying. They fucked us up with that. But that's not what happened. And I even remember that narrative coming out. too. So if you watch my video, I said I was wrong on that once I seen the Fredo Bang statement saying that, and basically he was saying that they asked him, did he pick him up? And they asked him, what about the messages that they got from Melly, asking him to pick him up? And then he pretty much said, I don't want to answer those questions on grounds that may incriminate myself. So that let me knew that Fredo picked him up. You see what I'm saying? They even asked Fredo about the clothes and all of that. So, and I'm gonna divulge something to y'all, right? You know I got my sources, right? I'm gonna just say this. I talked to my sources, and my sources say they knew Track didn't pick him up. I'm gonna just put it like that. My sources said that they knew that Track did not pick up Melly. So, so now I know that Track ended up meeting Melly there. You know what I'm saying? He met Melly at Fredo Bang's house. So yeah, Yellow Diamond, I had that one wrong, Yellow Diamond. I apologize for leading you astray, baby. If you was here with me, I'd take you out for drinks tomorrow night to prove that I'm sorry. Man, I'll make it up to you, girl. We'll go out for drinks. She taking his life. Yeah. She taking his life. For real. Oh, I be trying to do something, y'all. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I don't need no baby oil. Hey, y'all, what was up with that baby oil shit, though? Boy, that shit was wild as fuck. Bro, that nigga sack chasing sent that young nigga to the store for some baby oil, bitch. Bitch, I was dead. I'm gonna cut that shit up. I'm gonna make that shit a short, dog. That nigga, boy, bitch, I was not ready. I told you I had not never read the shit. That nigga said 2 Black and Miles, 2 waters, $2 shots, and an extra large bottle of baby oil. 2 Lucy's, $2 shots, 2 waters, and an extra large bottle of baby oil in a house full of niggas. Get the fuck out of here. In a house full of niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Listen. Boy, my little horizontal mambo theory, that bitch that's working this, that bitch sneaking its way to the top, ain't it? God damn, they fucked me up, bro. Hair ties for that, bro, and some black hair ties. I don't even know what the fuck he gonna do with the black hair ties, y'all. With a house full of niggas. That right, Dream Dog, with a house full of niggas. Get the fuck out of here, man. Man. Sack with side to change the way I say sack with side to slip and slide records. I got to know. I hear you, Yellow Diamond. I got to know. Hey, bro, the hair ties with tied locks back out the way. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, dog, but listen, y'all. That baby oil, that's a big motherfucking, that's a big clue. I'm just saying. Bruh, he tried to slide that baby oil in there with all them other items so that man wouldn't know. He tried to slide that baby oil in all them items so that man wouldn't know. Bitch, this the only out, this out and stick out, motherfucker. What is you doing? Ain't no way I would have bought that shit, dog. I wouldn't have bought that. Fellas, let that be real. Would you have bought that shit? Bro, I wouldn't have bought that shit. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not buying no fucking baby oil. No, sack chaser. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I ain't buying that shit, dog. I'm not doing it. I promise you I would have did that shit. Hell no. How the fuck I'm finna... Bro, how I'm finna buy a nigga baby oil, dog? I'm just saying. I ain't doing it. It's bad enough you sending me to the store like I'm a motherfucking runner. And bitch, you want to ask for baby oil? For fucking slip and slide? From that, you want to ask for that ID Glide? Hell no. Man, I would have... Listen, Dream Dog. I would have caused a scene in that bitch. I'd have been reading the list. Oh, Sanchez ain't... I got loud in there. Oh, Sanchez ain't buying no baby oil today, my nigga. I would have made it and dreamed up. I would have said it loud so everybody heard. Oh, Sanchez ain't buying no baby oil here today, my nigga. I would have made everybody look. Hey, I would have made that bitch say, no, I don't want that, dog. No, hell no. That was a mistake. That was a mistype. That was a mistype. I'm no motherfucking right, bitch, because I ain't buying that shit. You better try somebody else, motherfucker. Shit. Yo, what could Sanchez have been done with the baby oil, dog? I'm just saying. Yeah, John Waldo said, I would have told him I forgot that shit. For real, I would embarrass that nigga about that shit. I'm telling you, I would have, bro. For real, dog. That old slip and dip, dog. Damn, dog. I'm just saying, dog. Damn, dog. Damn. Yeah, that's some shit you go get your own, man. Listen, big dog. I'm saying, I don't oil some chicks up now. Don't get it twisted. But I ain't never bought it. My ladies go get that shit. When I did it, it ain't like we do this shit all the time. You know what I mean? Because you know the bed get all fucking fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some Valentine's Day type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some... We on a vacation type shit. Nah, that's like some Valentine's Day type shit. I'm just be real with you. That ain't no all the way time shit. That bed be all fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit be all in the covers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's some Valentine's Day type shit right there. They had Valentine's Day in that bitch, dog. Like, know what I'm saying? Damn, dog. I just explained to you, Young Wade Spring. I explained that. Don't get yourself blocked off of here, player. Now chill out now. My moderators want to catch a body now. Hey, y'all, check this out, though. What y'all think? Okay, so listen, I got a question, y'all. Check this out. I got a question. Let's give Sack Chase the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? What other uses could he have for the baby oil? Get in the comment section, let me know. What other... Listen. We can't wipe his... Hey, let me see who I want to catch this body. Let me see who I want to catch this body. Hey, Nunu, it's about your time, Nunu. Go and wipe Young Wave Spring nose, Nunu. It's time for you to get you're trying to get your body, Nunu. You don't be catching nobodies like that. Go and catch your body, Nunu. Get Young Wave Spring up out of here. You know, Dream Dog been getting a lot of the bodies. And Battalion Bully got him about 1 or 2 the other day. I'm gonna let you get this one. Here, Sophisticated Nunu. Okay. Nunu got her body, y'all. Like Melly them. Hey, listen. Let me tell you about Spoon, what Spoon told me today, right? So I asked Spoon, I say, Spoon, I say, bro, you know, they finna, I say, Spoon, they finna start asking you to do interviews, bro. I say, you gon' you gonna do an interview? He say, yeah, them bitches paying about $10,000 to do some interviews, man. He say, hell yeah. He say, I'm gonna take you with me, bro. He say, they gonna ask me, is that your dead homeboy Marita boy name on your head? He say, they gonna tell him, no, they gonna Marita boy right there. You remember when they asked Melly? They say on No Jumper. They said, is that your homeboy? No Jumper asked them, are those your homeboys Sack Chase and Juvie? Them your dead homies that's on your head? He say, no, them my niggas right there. Spoon said that to me. Spoon say they gonna be like, is that your dead homeboy Marita boy name tatted on you? He say, no. I'm gonna tell him that's him right there. He say he gonna take me to the interview with him. That bitch stupid, bro. My dog, you got two, Nunu. That's my girl. Hey, but listen, back to this question though, y'all, cause that shit fucked me up. Hey, for real. Hey, listen, Yellow Diamond say, Razor Ball say, I can't, Yellow Diamond. I got to know. I got to know. I got to know. I got to know. Listen, can we find any other reason he could have the baby oil? He had the juice. Listen, help me, y'all. Please help me. Help me, please. Is it any other reason Sack Chaser could have had the baby oil? What y'all think? Is it any other reason Sack Chaser could have had that baby oil? Don't like shaving cream. No other juice, only Thug Love. Dream Dog say no only other use Thug Love. Sack wasn't trying to be ashy. Okay, he wasn't trying to be ashy. I got you. Maybe he was just ashy all the time. Okay, he a big black gorilla looking dude. Yeah, I can see him being a little bit, his knuckles being ashy. I can see that. Maybe he ran out of lotion. He could have ran out of lotion. Yeah, he could have. She said, John, I definitely use it to shave. Okay. He would be shiny if he was using it for his skin. I'm talking about shiny like a motherfucker, like a disco ball. That nigga, hey, he'll be shiny, all right. He'll be shining like Prince when he came up in that motherfucker. You know how Prince be looking bad in his eyes? Ooh. Listen, dog. I'm gonna say this, dog. Listen. Maybe he's trying to do another photo shoot with Belly girlfriend and she wanted to look smooth. Oh no, bro. Hey man. Listen, I'm gonna just say this here, dog. It ain't looking too good, dog. I'm just saying, like, let me say this, dog. Again, I was told about the horizontal mambo from a good source, and they say the police told them. But I really don't want it to be true, though. You feel me? Like, I be talking shit, I be cracking, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mind being wrong on the horizontal mambo, dog. I don't mind. I do not mind. I do not mind if it comes out that Marita Boy is wrong about the horizontal mambo. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't want it to be true. But listen. When you listen. Yeah, too much shit. I'm with you, Dream Dog. Too much shit. Point to it though. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen. If you take into account when they said that his friends And his dad said that Melly's dad and Melly's friend said that Sack was mad that Melly was spending time with his girlfriend and wanted him to spend time with him, for lack of words. And then when we take an account of what was told to me about the horizontal mumbo, and then we take an account to the grocery list with the extra large bottle of baby oil on that bitch and the blow up doll. I just made up the blow up doll. But the extra large bottle of baby oil on it, I mean, it ain't looking too good, dog. Like, damn. Hold on. James was James Wells said, I wonder how he looked oiled up. Sheesh. He looked like a shiny silverback gorilla. Like a silverback gorilla. Damn. Shit. Yeah, maybe he was allergic, man. That baby was shit. Sack was a lunatic. Damn, Sack, say it ain't so, Sack. I promise I ain't want that shit to be true, dog. I just be making jokes sometimes. I'm not trying to be right about that type of shit, dog. I promise you I ain't, dog. I swear. Fuck that shit. The old port, they coming to the hospital soon. That nigga bypassed all the lotion to oh, bitch. Dream Doll just fucked him up, y'all. Dream Doll say that nigga bypassed all the lotion to use baby oil. She got him, dog. Damn, Dream Doll. Why he just ain't send a nigga for some lotion? Sometimes the answer stand right in front of our faces and we don't even notice it. Shout out to Dream Dog. That's why you my motherfucking friend. Dream Dog. That's why you is my friend. Me and you's us never part. My key daddy. Keep my sister away from me. My key daddy. Me and Dream Dog. Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea. My key daddy. Keep my sister away from me. Bitch, we like Celie and Nettie on The Color Purple, bitch. Me and you. Hey, my dog, Dream Dog, say, that nigga bypassed all the motherfucking lotion for baby oil. She fucked him up right there. She fucked him up. Mic drop. Mic fucking drop. Nigga, you could have sent the nigga for some lotion if you needed some lotion. Damn, Dream Dog. You fucked him up then. Yeah, boy. Yeah. I guess it is a dub. The police told us Track picked him up and he put a hit on his mama. I don't trust them blindly. Yeah. Listen. Bro. Dream Dog fucked him up, dog. She fucked him up. Because if he needed lotion, he could have just asked the nigga for lotion. Hey, nigga, go buy some lotion, bro. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it out loud. Oh, no. I'm just saying, but, you know, it's understandable. That nigga asked for baby oil. He didn't look like he had no baby oil on him. None of them motherfucking videos I seen him have on did him. Second looked like he was well oiled on none of them pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look. So you was using that shit for something else. You weren't using that shit for exfoliation. Yeah, you're right, bro. Who the fuck uses baby oil? Oh, you're right, old school him. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, dog. You're right, dog. You're right, dog. You're right, dog. You're right. Damn. God damn. No, you don't get baby oil. He said, no, you don't get baby oil those steroids for real. Dream Dog say I see him glistening for real. So do they have an electric chair in Florida? No, we got lethal injection. We used to have one. It was called Old Sparky. I think it was up in Rayford. I think so. I think it was up in Rayford. But no, we use a lethal injection now. He's so shiny at fucking the pics I saw him. He'd be so shiny in the picture I saw him. Right, you're right. It lets it make him sweat for real. He was the smoothest in the clique. I'll tell you that. Bro, bitch, did y'all see me? I had to take a moment when I read that motherfucking shopping list. God damn, Sack asking for a baby or a sack of bold bitch. Sack of bold bitch. Sack sent a nigga to the store for some baby oil. He a bold motherfucker, ain't he? That's a bold motherfucker. Bruh, Sack a bold bitch. To send a nigga to the store for some baby oil with a house full of niggas. Bruh, I told you, he just wanted to ravish little Melly. He wanted to ravish Melly, dog. Damn. Listen, bro, Melly should have just came out and said that nigga molested me, dog. I'm telling you. Fuck all the other shit. Man, that nigga was raping me, dog. That shit would have flew better than the other shit. A bitch would have probably had a little sympathy of some of them, you know what I mean? Somebody. I'm talking about on the jury. Bro, we just seen that man just stole some baby oil, dog. Maybe he was gonna use it with him. Bro, what I'm saying about it, I don't know. God damn, dog. Listen, I'ma just say this, dog. As we discover more and more, my horizontal mumbo, I'ma say this too, dog. I'm telling you, I'm about 90%. Since I've been doing this on this case, think about it, y'all. I think I'm about 90% been right. Excuse me. I've been wrong a couple times. I'll tell you, I'll be the first to admit that. But I'm about 90% right on my takes. 85, 90, somewhere up in there. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the ones that I jump out there with, that I talk about that nobody done talked about. They be right. Once we discover more and more evidence. You know what I'm saying? The horizontal mumbo look like that bitch coming to reality. Well, it already been a reality, but I'm saying it's looking like the more and more we learn, it looking like, yeah. Ain't he related to the Young Thug? Yeah, that's what they say. I heard that rumor. That's not confirmed, but I definitely have heard that rumor several times that Sack Chaser is related to Young Thug. They got the same last name. I mean, that don't make them related, but they say, I mean, it's a lot of coincidences. Melly is signed to 300, the same label that Young Thug is on. They say Sack Chaser, Young Thug cousin, and him and Sack Chaser is from Atlanta, and Sack Chaser is from Atlanta. They say he is cousin, and he signed to 300. I mean, that's a lot of real close ass coincidences, for, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, but I'm gonna say this too, y'all. None of this shit that I be telling y'all that I made up. All of this shit come from somebody else. The only thing that I said that I thought Track still had that gun, which once I went over Track's paperwork, I realized that the police think that Track and them disposed of that gun at that canal. So I was wrong on that. What other one I was wrong on? Oh, I thought Track picked him up. But as we go through this paperwork, I see that Fredo Bang picked him up. So I was wrong on that. So that's twice. Let me see. Trying to figure out what else. I got one more. But I think that's the only ones that I've been glaringly wrong at that I can remember. But I know I was wrong on them too. Now, I got one more though that I made up just by thinking. I think Melly took Juvie gun that night. I think Melly took Juvie's gun that night, y'all, because Juvie had a gun. Juvie had a gun. You know, Spoon, my partner. I'm here to tell you, Juvie had a gun that night. The police didn't find a gun in that car, and Bortman didn't have a gun when he went to the hospital. Melly, I think Melly took Juvie's gun. Now, what he did with it, I do not know. But, oh, Tanel Bourne said, I told you 20 lives ago. Okay, Tanel. Okay, my bad, boo. Tanel, my bad. Yes, and Melly was sitting in the back seat with him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he took Juvie's gun. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm telling you, track work for them boys. That's how they do. My sister, a detective down there. Listen, I'm gonna say this too. Oh, I'm gonna tell you another one I was wrong. Well, I don't know if I'm wrong with that yet. We got to figure it out. We got with track. I cleared track of being an actual police officer, y'all. I did. I had cleared him. I went on the record in saying that I did not believe that track was a police officer. I got a video on that, right? My people hit me up and they told me that the Officer Francois audio that we heard after King Von was shot is real. So that put me back at square one, because we know track last name was Francois. We didn't hear of a police being shot that night when King Von was shot in Atlanta. The only person that was there that we know of that with the name Francois was Track. But I saw Track get detained for immigration hold, and they was threatening to deport him, and they actually was looking at Track. Well, he never get charged with it, so hey, maybe no. But what I'm saying is they had him detained. They was interrogating him the whole 9 yards. But they say the Officer Francois audio is real. So if the audio is real and Track got shot and his name Francois, and we didn't hear an officer getting shot that night, it lead me to believe they was talking about Track in the audio. I had done pretty much discredited the audio in my mind. I was like, okay, this audio got to be not authentic. But my people told me it's real. I got it on good accord that it's real. So if the audio is real, and they said Officer Francois shot, and we seen Track Jameson Francois get shot, what the fuck kind of police is he? Because the police had him detained, threatening to deport him if he don't divulge information in the Melly case. And if he's a police, Jacoby Mills say he gave Track the gun. Jacoby Mills said this. Track say, I'll take care of it. Then the police GPS tracked them to a canal where they think that they disposed of the weapon. Or did they dispose of the weapon? What kind of, I'm just trying to figure this out here. Like, because those cops didn't know he was a undo. And then when they found out, they let him out, Dream Dog? Could be. I'm gonna say this, Dream Dog. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, he must be. I'm gonna say this, Dream Dog. Let me tell you something that I did catch in that paperwork. Track had already gave that phone up by the time they detained him. Did you notice that? In the paperwork, he said He said, they say, we got his phone, right? He said, you got his phone. I gave you the phone. He said that in the deposition, which means he had already given up the phone by the time he was detained. I thought that he gave up the phone in order to, as leverage to get out of being detained. But if he gave up that phone before he was detained, it would lend credence to he is maybe an officer undercover. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? He was doing his officer thing by giving up the phone. But then if that was the case, then why would they detain him afterwards? This guy's confusing as fuck, man. I'm telling you no lie, bro. This dude is the Men in Black, bro. Because he knew that phone had all the evidence in the world on it. Yeah, that's why he gave it up. But what I'm saying is, in that paperwork, he said, I gave y'all the phone, which means he gave it to them before he was detained, which means he didn't give that phone up in order to get out of being detained. He gave that phone up before he was ever even detained. So, okay, John told say that's cover. That could be cover. I thought about the same thing. The whole detained shit, all of that shit could be cover. It could be. Look how many artists around track that's gone to jail. I ain't gonna even put Moowop in it because Moowop them damn near put themselves in jail. But Hot Boy got a RICO charge. I think 30 Deep Grammy got a RICO charge, I think, or something like that. Like, it's a lot of artists around track that's done been, in some fucked up shit. Yep, just detained him for looks, could be. I got a webinar for Portland and Patrol tomorrow night. Track the first one I'm coming in for. That's cover. Yeah, he admitted that. Yeah, Track keeping it for his surprise appearance in court. I'm telling you, dude is SIG 9. I'm telling you, something going on with him, boy. Yeah, that Track shit gonna get deep, bro. Something going on with it, though. I'm confused in a motherfucker, dog. Like, let me tell you something. How deep the Track shit go, no matter what the truth is right now, it's gonna be wild. No kind of way. We done seen too much shit happen with Track. So whatever the truth is with Track, it's mind-blowing. Whatever it is at this point. Because he's so deep down in the rabbit hole to no matter what the truth is about him, it's going to blow our minds. I'm telling you this because I could just see it. It's too much. I done seen too much wild shit go on around him. So no matter what the truth is, it's going to be like, get the fuck out of here. Just like it was with that baby oil. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch, if I'd have been drinking some water or some soda, I would have spit that shit all over this goddamn computer. That nigga say 2 lemonades, 2 Lucy's, $2 shots of gin, and a king size bottle of baby oil in a house full of niggas. I'm finna go, y'all. I gotta go sleep, man. Shout out to my moderators, man. Shout out to Dream Doll. Shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Sophisticated Nunu. Shout out to the Chicks 1000, aka Chick 1K. Shout out to Flyboy Michael 4. Shout out to Nephew For Real. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to Unspoken Crime for the $20 super chat. And also, thank you for looking out for me, bro, and going up the bat for us, bro. I seen you went up there and went the bat for us, bro, and I appreciate that because you didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Also, shout out to Music 101 and shout out to Mickey Truth, man. We're going to go live again tomorrow, man. You can see when I be getting tired, y'all see my eyes be getting low. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yellow Diamond. Shout out to Ulysses Ramirez. Shout out to Audio Crack 22. Shout out to 7B Music TV. Shout out to Muizo. Yeah, I cut the wigs, bro. Glad you back. Shout out to September Love. Shout out to John Toes. Appreciate it. Hey man, y'all subscribe to the channel too. Shout out to Tyree Jones. Shout out to Ghost Chavo. Shout out to David Simi. Shout out to Nell Bowen. Shout out to Tamika. Shout out to Jason, follower of Christ. Shout out to what this thing is? Communist Agenda. Shout out to Jane Joel. Who else? Try to get all y'all shots out. I see Unspoken Crowd brothers there laughing straight up. I'm just trying to get all y'all shots out, man. You know what I mean? Cause y'all the real stars, man. Y'all the one make this platform what it is, man. What the fuck? What I've been this bitch talking to myself and wasn't but one person in here, so you know what I mean? It's y'all. It's no me without y'all. There's no me without y'all. It's y'all without me. But it ain't no me without y'all. Shout out to John Waldo. Shout out to Keon Williams. I'm just going up the thing trying to get everybody shots out, man. Shout out to Sammy Wicks. Sammy Wicks is in here trying to holler at Dream Dog. Dream Dog be pulling them, boy. I swear she do. Shout out to Scotty Fly. Shout out to Big. I'm trying to get everybody shots out tonight. Shout out to Brad Mohammed. I already got. Shout out to Z. I see you, Z. You belong to me. Shout out to Surge, Lieutenant Surge. Shout out to Slick Puller. I ain't seen Raw Nature in here tonight. Shout out to Raw Nature. I'm gonna give him a shout out. He might catch the live and see his name, hear his name being called, you know. Shout out to Old School Hemi. All right, y'all. Good night, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Comment to this video, man. Chill. Look at Jane the way everybody trying to get Dream Doll. Do it, Dream Doll. It must be a good girl. For real.